Guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, guys, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Like the damn vid, guys. My people, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, guys. Nigeria has lost the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast or Ivory Coast. It's kind of a painful, it's a painful match to analyze because Lord, it's a painful match to analyze. And it's not even about the loss, the manner we lost and the way we conceded kind of pissed me off a lot because we had the goal, we scored the first goal. What I was expecting from us is defend as a unit because the way we even play, we don't even look like someone wants to win the Afcon because I was expecting us to dominate, press Ivory Coast very high, get the ball from them, commit them to make fouls, put them under pressure. We didn't even put them under pressure because the goalkeeper, apart from that one goal we scored, the goalkeeper didn't even stress himself because we didn't put them under pressure. And it's very, very annoying losing out in this situation because I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say, but again, it's gonna be tough because next year is in the Afcon Cup of Nations in Morocco, and the Morocco are the host nation. They saw what Ivory Coast do. They want to do the same thing. But I also think Ivory Coast has been very lucky, and I think they ride their luck in this tournament. And when you are playing a final, and with that kind of way we play, I think luck. We should play for a better luck because luck needs to shine on you very well for you to win a competition in Afcon, and it is very, very difficult in this situation where if you don't have a lady luck around you, you're gonna lose matches. So it's tough, man. Like the way, smash the like button, guys. Congratulations to Ivory Coast of winning the African Cup of Nations. They hosted it and they won it. So I have to give them the shout out. Shout out to them, guys. Now the question is, should Parceiro stay or go? It's a tough talk. It's a tough decision because it's done very well. It's done very well. It's a tough talk to talk about. But again, we're gonna have that discussion in terms of let's see how it goes because I think based on the CAF president, next year Afcon is gonna be difficult because I'm hearing it might be 32 teams. I don't know yet until it's been official. So we'll see how the group stage go because we still have to play qualifying match for Afcon. After the qualifying match, then I think we have to prepare to go to Afcon because like majority of the players, some of them are young, some of them are old. So like Osimhen is 25, so I believe by next year it will be 26. So I think it still is a point. Ademola Lookman is 26. Next year will be 27. It will be 27, 8. It will be 28 next year. Like Kevin Bassi and Co. To second is 31. I think he have like one more Afcon in DD too. They have another Afcon in them. So some of the players are young and some are in their prime. So it's all about, it depends on how the competition goes. And I also think the World Cup qualifiers too is very, very important. We need to qualify for next year Afcon and also make it to the next year World Cup qualifier, which is very pivotal. But guys, like the video, subscribe, smash the like button. Let's go, my people. So guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like the button, guys. It's a very weird stream to do because like the last time we did an Afcon was 2 years ago when I was filming. So this time around I can't even film because we get into the final and we lost by a defensive mistake. And I think the coach set up very well. The player we all expected to played. My problem is we did not rise up to the occasion. That is what kind of annoyed me. We didn't rise up to the occasion. And when you are playing an Afcon final in a tournament like this, you need to rise up to the occasion because it is very, very pivotal. That is the most important thing. It is pivotal. You need to rise up to the occasion. It is pivotal. And if you don't rise up to the occasion, you might get beaten. And I think we didn't rise up to the occasion, and I think that cost us the trophy. But I won't take out the performances we've given. It's been an outstanding performances. And shout out to Ivory Coast. Congratulations to them. Well deserved. They deserve the tournament. Well deserved. They deserve it. We're gonna see next year in Morocco, where now Morocco is gonna be the host station. I don't think they'll play a lot of matches because they will play against Morocco. So Morocco is gonna be like the one hosting the Afcon next year in Morocco. So we're probably gonna be here, God willing. So, but it's a painful one to analyze because the player did very well. But again, I was angry because we didn't rise up to the occasion. It's tough. It's very, very, very tough for me to analyze because for me, this is the best Afcon I've watched. Everything in terms of the way they host it, every damn thing. It's been the best. It's been the best. And I think the players didn't rise up to the occasion for me. People might say the manager has been pragmatic. Yeah, but we play like this from the beginning of the tournament till now. So when people are having a go at the manager, you can't have a go at the manager because it's a tournament. I don't think he will play like this coming to the qualifier because he might switch up a little bit. And we have to remember we have very important players that are very injured. So it's understandable we lost like this. But again, I think the players will be very, very devastated for them losing. It's like how to analyze this game is very annoying to me because we should have won this game. We had a chance. We scored. We only had one chances and we scored. My problem is we did not defend it very, very well as a unit, like we usually do because I know because I have this in them where they will score. They will find a way to score. It's the resilience, man. They'll find a way to score. We know. They will find a way to score. I know. But again, it's about us being very good defensively. Very, very good defensively. So I think we lost our defensive shape. So I think we lost our defensive shape, which kind of annoying because the player for me did not rise up to the occasion. It's annoying. It's very, 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 very annoying. Very, very annoying. But again, I have to give a shout out to Ivory Coast. They did very well. They played. They are the host nation. They played and they won it. So it is tough to take. But again, we go again next year in Morocco. Hopefully, we'll qualify from the qualifying round. Then we'll make it to the World Cup also. Then we'll see how it goes. But shout out to the player, man. It's tough, but again, Ivory Coast, they did very well. They are the host nation and they play like an host nation. Let me read the chat. I told you, my bro, before the game, I told you, watch out for Adingra Alakesi. They turned up me. Adingra assist for KC goal. Yeah, and he assisted for Sebastian Ala too. Yeah, exactly. Jack Reason, you can join the show, but the link is in the description. You can join the show. And obviously, man, you can join the show. Yeah, it's very, very tough to analyze. It is very, very tough to analyze. But again, I can't fault it because first, it's a very difficult match to analyze because will I say I'm pissed off? It's not about being pissed off, it's about lack of management. We didn't manage the game very well because the manager set up well and the player that was supposed to set up us very well. But I think the problem we had for me is about rising up to the occasion. Osimhen was very, very isolated today. And I'm like, why? Because the wingers are not supporting him. Iwobi was nowhere to be found. I'm like, you can blame Osimhen as much as you want because this is going to be his first international tournament. So I wouldn't put the blame too much on him. But again, we did not rise up to the occasion. And it infuriates me because a tournament like this, we should be up for the occasion. It's an Afcon tournament where the whole world is watching. Now we have to go through the qualifying round again next year in Morocco, and we have a World Cup qualifier also in America. So it's a tough situation to be in. But again, Lord have mercy. What's my issue is that Nigeria didn't show up for the whole 90 minutes. It really didn't do anything. Let's be totally honest. We were out. Yes, we were out. I don't know what happened. I don't know, man. It's very it is very tough to see. We didn't even turn up, man. Nigeria, I felt cases should have been carried this game. We were poor tonight, and we see Olushola. I don't know what to say about that. It's like we didn't even turn up. I don't know what's going. Is it the ovation? Like, I'm confused because against South Africa we didn't turn up, but we ride our luck. So I'm expecting us against Ivory Coast. We should be able to turn up. It's a final. So it's like it's confusing to me because it's a final. So where I expect us not to turn up. And we didn't even turn up. We didn't even show up, man. It's like, I can't even blame the manager because his setup was right for us to turn up and win the tournament. Setup was right. And I think when the setup was right and he didn't turn up, what more can I say, man? What more can I say? So the manager set up us very well, and I think the player let him down because we didn't turn up. We did not. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm confused, man. Like, it's very annoying, man. It's very annoying. Even if we didn't turn up for any game, the final we should be able to turn up, man. I don't know. Where was the heart of this team, bro? Jacuzzi, I don't know, man. It's very annoying from top tier to bottom. I don't know, man. Where was the heart? I don't know. No fight, no passion, no desire, no determination. It's just sad, my brother. That is what even making me confused. We should be because if you watch my pre-match, I was like, I don't want us to kind of attack them. I want over to Ivory Coast to come at us and we play them on counter. Even when we play them on counter, we were very lackluster. Like we lack determination. Like we play after the first match, the second, the third match, the round of 16, the quarters, we played very well, like a team who wants to win the tournament. We played South Africa. We were a little bit lackluster. Then we turn up again. Then we rise up again. Then we won. I'm like, okay, I can understand that. But this is a final where you got to turn up. We scored first goal. Then we were very defensive, like for the whole entire. I'm like, what is going on? It's a final where we should be winning. Like, everybody's why? I don't know why is everybody blaming the manager, because the manager doesn't get the blame here. We don't get the blame. We do not. We don't get the blame here because it's confusing for me. We don't get the blame here. We didn't. We don't get the blame here, man. We don't. So the manager setup was very, very bad. We messed up. That's it. We messed up. We messed up. Now we go again in Morocco next year, and for the Afcon and also a World Cup qualifier in America. It's gonna be tough to analyze because I expected us to win this match because it's a final. It is a final. So not turning up for a final like this, little bit worrying me. Like, it is tough to analyze because we didn't do anything at all. Apart from that goal, we did not do anything at all. We didn't. In terms of defense, because in the first half, we were very good defensively, where every ball they play from the corner kick, we take them out. So I'm expecting that in the second half, we didn't lose any concentration. We came out even very late. Ivory Coast came out before us. So we came out late. I expect us to understand and work on what needed to be worked on. Like, the corner kick should be marked very, very well. And even the goal they scored, Zerius and this I don't know what you guys are doing. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Even online, you know that was Adingla is a very good player, but for you to get beaten that way, no, that's not good enough. You can't be beaten that way. To get beaten that way, it's not good enough at all. It's not. So you get beaten that way. That's number one. And again, I think Ekong miscalculated the judgment of the ball, and I think that was where the problem is. He miscalculated the judgment of the ball, and when you have a player like Sebastian Ali, you know what he's gonna do to you. You know, that's how good of a player he is. So the player did not turn up, man, and it is very difficult to analyze. Now the question is, should Pasaro should they keep his job or should we let him go? So it's tough to analyze. It is tough to analyze. Should we let him go or should we keep him for the next year Afcon? Should we? That's what the question is. That's what the big question is. Should Nigeria keep him for the next year Afcon or should we let him go? So it's a question that needed an answer for me because I don't know how to explain this for now. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. A final is just like tossing a coin. It can land any other side, but the game we didn't even have up to 4 shots on target. That let alone tell us all you need to know about how we perform. But brother, like Jacuzzi, what is even confusing me is the second match, the third match, the round of 16, the quarterfinal. We played like a champion. The semi-final, as much as we didn't start very well, but the way we ended was like a champion. Then I'm expecting that same energy. In the final, we didn't even turn up. I'm confused. We are playing more defense. I was like, okay, maybe first half we soak up everything. Second half, I expect us to come out, play to, like, apart from that one goal, their goalkeeper did not have a shot. He did not even have a shot to save. And I'm asking myself, Lukman and Chukwueze, what is going on? The midfield that we have, what is going on? What is going on with you both? Like, we didn't even turn up. It's not even about losing. It's about not turning up. It's about not turning up. Not turning up, man. It's about not turning up, which is very, 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 very annoying. Yeah, in a tournament like this, you should be able to turn up and rise up to the occasion, which is key. You need to rise up to the occasion. It's very key. It is very key, man. It is. It is very key, man. It is very, very key. We did not rise up to the occasion, which is kind of it's kind of very, very annoying. It is very annoying to me. It is very annoying. Like, we wanted to win this tournament. For me, we wanted to win it, man. It's like we need to tournament because the amount of support the boys have, yeah, they deserve it because they win the final. Because when the tournament started, my expectation was we're not going to support them because we know when it comes to a tournament like this, they hardly turn up. They did turn up. They did. So it's very annoying because I'm looking at the group now. It is very, very, very annoying. Mm-hmm. It is very annoying, man. It is. It is very annoying, man. So, but again, we go again in Morocco next year. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to take, man. We go again next year in Morocco. It is tough, man. So it is tough to take. They deserve to go to, man. They deserve it, man. They deserve it. They really, 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 really deserve it, man. I have nothing to say than to congratulate the elephant of Ivory Coast. They deserve it. They deserve to go to, man. We did not play like a champion, man. We did not, man. No. We did not at all. We were outplayed in the midfield. That lost us the game in my own opinion. And like Iwobi was lost in this match. I'm confused, man. They were able to play through their wingers and attacker from midfield. That was always even confusing me. Like, we didn't even press. Like, we're just nowhere to be found. It's even confusing to me, man. Like, Now, where do we go to now? You see, because I'm very sure the manager, before the final, the manager already has his say in terms of the way he wanted to set up. I didn't listen to the manager for me. Or maybe the ovation was too high for them. That I'm not sure, because it's a final, it's an Afcon final. It is a final. So it's an Afcon final, man. It's very annoying. KCA, Sari, and Seko Fafana wanted it more midfield than our 2 wings. I agree, man. I agree. He will be played on his CM, is not a CM. But the problem is, I also look at the managers too. You know, this 3-4-3 wasn't working in the first half. Then maybe the beginning of second half, just switch it up. Take off somebody, be tactical enough. Like, I also think people might say that this, but if the formation you are using is not working, you don't change it, which I kind of understand in that aspect. But again, we needed to win this competition. So if you know the 3-4-3 is not working, you can always switch it up, man. You can always switch it up. But again, for me, the player did not turn up for me, and that is what kind of annoys me, man. I didn't turn up. Bro. They didn't turn up for me, man. Again, whether people like it or not, it's Afcon. So people need to understand that it's Afcon. It's a tournament where everybody wants to win because you play for your country. So you play for your country, so you gotta win it. It's a tournament we gotta win. It's a tournament we gotta win. It's an Afcon tournament, but again, it's tough, man. Osimhen had no help today, only one attacker and getting blamed. But SSB, that's my problem. Because yeah, this tournament he has been scrutinized a lot, which I agree about. But I'm confused because today he didn't even get any service to even run at the defense the winger. The Ivory Coast keeper didn't even have one shot on target. I'm like, he didn't even have any save. So that is what is even annoying me. Like, Osimhen got bullied in the air by Kosono and even Indika. No help from our wingers. Man, look, man, Chukwueze. That's why I said Chukwueze and Moses Simon, both of them for me, should not be called to the national team. For me, we need more fresh blood into the national team because this one, I'm confused, man. Very confused. Very, 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 very confused, man. It's annoying. Very, very annoying to analyze. It's very difficult, man. It's a very, very difficult, man. It's very difficult to analyze. It's very difficult because we didn't even turn up. That is what is even paining me. Like, we didn't turn up, man. We didn't turn up, so we didn't turn up, man. That is what is even annoying me. We didn't turn up, so I don't even know. We might blame the manager, which is like, okay, he's packing the bus, but you have to look at the players too. We didn't turn up, man. We did not. So is it because I didn't listen to instruction, or they were just playing to themselves? Because it was a very, very difficult match to analyze. I can't even understand how to analyze this game. That's what annoying me most, man. SSB said the midfielder was too far away from Osimhen. Osimhen was isolated, and I'm like, even if the midfielder was far away, Lukman and Chukwueze, I'm confused. You guys are professional football player. You should be able to dribble. See, Lukman, you play as a left winger. You should be able to dribble past their right winger, their right back. Chukwueze, you should be able to dribble past the left the left back. So I'm confused. I am seriously confused, man. I'm confused. So you guys cannot even beat opposition 1-on-1. Then why do you come to the Nations Cup then? Why? It's tough, man. It is very, very, very tough, man. It is. it is very tough to it is very very tough to analyze. It is, man. When it was a counter attack, Nigeria player would pass the ball back to restart. I'm like, it's a tough situation to analyze. I don't even know how to analyze this game. Guys, I won't lie to you. I don't know how to analyze it. I don't even know how to analyze this game. I don't know. It's weird to analyze. I can't even analyze it. But again, shout out to Ivory Coast for me, man. They deserve to go to. So they are a worthy winner. So I can't say no more. They're a worthy winner. I can't say no more, man. And because I a worthy winner, so what more can I say? They deserve to go to. They're a worthy winner. So shout out to them. They're a worthy winner. They deserve to go to. Whether we like it or not, they deserve to go to. That's it. All I can say is they deserve to go to. Whether we like it or not, they deserve to go to. So it's very, very difficult to analyze. You are winning 1-0, and then because was not tracking back, you don't attack. And I'm confused because when we scored, they were coming out to play us. I was expecting us to be attack upon attack upon attack upon attack. So that was what I was expecting. You can't be defending for 90 minutes because in the final you need luck. And if you don't get the luck you deserve sometimes, you're gonna get beaten. So it is very difficult to understand, man. It is difficult, man. But it's been the best tournament for me. Best tournament with best officiating. The officiating has been top notch. I won't lie. It's been top notch. So it's been top notch, man. It has been top notch. It's been top notch. So I'm not really pissed off, but I'm just angry because of the manner we lost. That is what is even getting me angry. The manner we lost because we lost woefully, and which was what was pissing me off. The amount of way we lost is what was annoying me because we should be winning. We're leading 1-0, man. 1-0. So when we are leading, I was expecting us to like dominate. We're leading 1-0, control the game, bring Ivory Coast out, dominate them, play them up the park, like annoying them because it's the final. Annoying them, get a foul, get a free kick, annoying them, piss them off. So we're sitting at the back. I'm like, why are we sitting at the back? Is it a instruction of the manager or the players? Because for me, they didn't turn up. It's not. I didn't turn up, man. It was a very, very annoying tournament for me. It's very annoying, man. It was. It's a very annoying tournament, man. It was very annoying, man. It is. I don't even know how to analyze this game, man. I don't know. Oh. Like, I don't know, man. It is, man. It is. Now we go to next year now in Morocco. We have to do much better than this in Morocco, man. Faith without work is dead. We don't even turn up in that final. So we're getting anything from that game. It's more of hope than actually up putting up the attack. Yeah, up the spot. Bro, and that's what I'm asking, guys. So people in the chat now, should Pasero go or stay? Should he go or stay? What's your take, guys? Should he go or stay? Should he? That's the question. Should he go? Because we have a World Cup qualifier coming up in June. We have an Afcon qualifier also coming up also too. Next year's Afcon. So we have June, October, I believe November, then next year, because 2025 for me is Afcon. So we have to find a way to play those qualifying matches. Next year is Afcon. It's in Morocco next year. So I don't know if it's going to be January or June because there's a Club World Cup in June. So how do they fit the tournament in? I don't know. How they fit the tournament in? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, like I said, better luck next time, man. Fire the manager. The style is The style is outdated and not sustainable. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. It's annoying, man. It is annoying. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Guys, I was having a network problem. I apologize, guys. I'm back. I was having a network problem. So, can you guys hear me? I was having a network problem. So, I really apologize for staying long. I was having a problem with my internet. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? So, hopefully, you guys can hear me because I was having a problem with my internet, but I think it's been fixed now. So, I'm not kind of pissed off, but I'm just angry because we didn't turn up for the final. When it's a final, I expected us to turn up. So us not turning up because it's a final is what I can't take. We can lose matches, but the manner we lost, I didn't like that. This is not the question that poses it now. Next year is in Morocco. We play Morocco next year in Afcon Cup of Nation. Then in 2026 we play the World Cup. The qualifier is in September. Is in September, October, November, and I think next year, because next year is in Afcon. I don't know if it's going to be in January or June. They haven't decided yet. We don't know yet. But it should be cleared off by maybe before the end of this, before May. We should know if it's going to be in January or in June because there's a Club World Cup in June, July. So is it going to be played in January or is it going to be played in June? We don't know. We have to wait and see. But we still have to qualify though for us to be in the qualifying. But I'm a little bit angry because we had a chance to win the tournament. We cannot be leading 1-0 and surrender a one goal nil down. I don't know. No. I'm literally pissed off and annoyed. But we lost. It's very annoying tournament. We lost, but I'm just pissed off because I don't know what to say. I don't know. Abdul, your take on the final, and should we keep the manager? Hello. Hello, Abdul, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, Abdullah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
give me
you.
your take on this final? And
Two
should we
seconds.
keep?
Hold on 2 seconds.
Okay. Uh, Overall, I'm just angry, not pissed off, but angry because the manner we lost, I don't like it. But again, we move again next year. We move again next year for Morocco next year. Hopefully, the boys can learn from this. But what a tournament! Best for me in terms of tournament competition. But to lose that manner, if I don't like it, we're leading 1-0. We did not even have any intensity, and to surrender one goal lead down to 2-1. It's very weird to analyze. Give me your take, brother.
Yeah. So, wow. What a tournament, man. What a tournament. Can you hear me, Abdullah?
I can hear you.
Yeah, what a tournament, man. I don't know about other people, but I thoroughly enjoyed it from the start till the end. This is my best ever AFCON. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they went about it. But to me, there is nothing about this AFCON that I don't like, apart
Mm-hmm.
from just us losing the final, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But to me, like as I've always said, and I've said this many times, so you can testify to it as well. I said any team that plays in the semi-final of a tournament
Yeah.
has a big chance of winning it. Okay, any team in the semi-finals or to me, in tournament football, once you get to the semi-final, you have an equal chance of winning that tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
So, to me, losing in the final is not a shame, especially in football. It's never been a shame for me as a fan. So, it's only a little bit disappointing because it was the team I support was Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all. But finals are very difficult to plan. You cannot say this is how you want to play the final, or this is how you're going to play the final, or this is what the outcome of the final is going to be. You know what I mean? Look at,
Mm-hmm.
for example, the 1998 World Cup. The entire world was getting ready for the final. What happened? A few hours before the final, Ronaldo had a concussion, and that changed the entire color of the final.
Yeah,
You know, with one of the greatest team Brazil has ever had.
yeah.
Even better than the team that won the World Cup 4 years later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
even the same Nigeria, between I was having a discussion with somebody, and between 1980 and 1990, that was the best era of Nigerian football. And out of 6 Afcon tournaments, we were in the final 4 times, but we only won it twice. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Rashidi Yakini played in maybe 6 finals, Afcon final.
Yeah.
It was the sixth one, the sixth final he played that he won the Afcon. So that is to me, in Afcon, for me, I don't know about any other person, the way I look at football. If you're an African team, once you get to the final, you're already successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't start saying this or that and this. Can easily be you're already successful once you get to the final. The
Yeah,
only
but
thing
this
is
tournament has been the best I've watched, kind of in terms of tournament football.
that's what I'm saying. So
The
I'm still
officiating, the VAR,
exactly
everything.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That I'm still buzzing from the tournament.
But do you sack the manager when you know that there's an AFCON coming up next year and there's a World Cup coming up? Do you let
Why,
it go?
why would you why would you sack a manager? Abdullah, if this is the first conversation of AFCON that we're having, then you can say, okay, maybe I'm talking from hindsight now or
Mm-hmm.
because of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you have been discussing AFCON for like over 2 years now.
Yep.
Okay, so you know exactly what I feel and how I see the AFCON,
Yeah.
right? So it's not something I'm going to change. Okay, to me, the well, I don't know about other countries, but Nigeria, as I've said to you many times, our focus should be on AFCON.
Yeah.
And it's only on AFCON that we should rate our team and rate our managers and even our administrators.
Yeah.
Because that's the only competitive team, that's the highest competitive team. So highest competitive tournament we are going to be playing. And we're
Yep.
going to be playing it every 2 years.
Yeah.
And to me, I believe once you go to the semi-final, okay, then you've won your ticket to participate in the next AFCON. That's my belief.
Yeah.
So not to talk of say you get into the final. So you get into the final, I believe this group of players, as long as they're fit,
Yeah.
they've earned the ticket to play in the next AFCON. This manager, as long as he's willing to work with the national team, he has earned his ticket to participate in the next AFCON.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are the administrators. Okay, the guys that are in charge, the FA guys. Okay, to me, that is the only way we should actually be assessing our football. What you do in the AFCON. Once you get to the semi-final, okay, then you've earned your right to retain and maintain your post or position until the next AFCON.
Yeah.
If you go below the semi-final, then we've got to remove you or replace you. But as long as he still wants the job, I see no reason why we should not keep him to the next AFCON.
Yeah, the next Afcon is next year. So
It's and they're lucky, exactly, and then they're lucky the next Afcon is just next year.
next year, yeah, the Afcon should have been played last year, but due to the World Cup in Qatar
Yeah,
2022,
yeah,
they were
yeah,
not
yeah.
able to play it. They have to switch it to this year.
Exactly,
And next year's
You're right.
Afcon.
You're
And
right. You're right.
the most beautiful part about it is straight after that Nations Cup, the following year is World Cup. So the next tournament is coming up. Now this is where the dilemma is. Do they play it in the June in summer? Because in summer there's Club World Cup. How are they going to work?
Which summer?
They want to test
this summer or next year summer?
Yeah, no, next year summer.
There's what next year summer?
Club World Cup, FIBA Club World Cup.
Okay.
Now there's a debate whether to play Afcon next year in June or July. I'm like, you can't play June or July because there's Club World Cup. The players need to travel to Morocco to play in Morocco. Now there's a complication. If let's say Osimhen join Chelsea now, Osimhen will have to play for Chelsea in Club World Cup. He will have to travel from Chelsea because if he signs for Chelsea, Chelsea is part of the Club World Cup. Chelsea will not leave him at all. Chelsea Football Club will not let Osimhen go to Afcon without him playing the Club World Cup. They want to win it.
Yeah.
So now there's a complication because if Osimhen signs for Chelsea, Chelsea say no. They have to. That tournament has to be played in January.
Yeah. The thing is, there should be no. I don't think there should be any reason. I don't think there is any need for us to move it from January, because the reason is because it was as a result of the World Cup that we shifted this one Afcon.
Yes.
So with that's a goodwill gesture. I see no reason why they shouldn't return that gesture and allow us to host the Afcon in January again next year. Because some of these countries have been planning for it for so many years.
Yeah.
You cannot cancel a tournament. You cannot,
The dilemma is you can't cancel it next year. That's number one, because the next Afcon is in 2027 after the World Cup.
Yeah.
You have to play because you're already giving Morocco the ticket already for next year. They will host it. Because the Morocco president was here. He was in the Afcon final today. You gave them the ticket for them to host it. They will host it next year. Now there's a dilemma. Where do you play? You can't play it in April, May, because that's in the middle of the season. You can only play it in January, February. Now the complication is they have to cut off some of the qualifying match because there's a World Cup qualifier going on. Afcon qualifier is going to start in September. How did they play that?
Afcon qualifier.
Morocco next year will start in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Qualifying match.
But the thing is, there's a lot of teams playing. So maybe the qualifying matches are not going to be too much. Maybe it's just going to be like, I don't know, maybe a few. You know what I mean? Because
they have to play home and away, depending on the group stage. They have to play man away.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's going to be 32 teams, isn't it?
Yes, based on what. But they will make the announcement this before June. They will make the announcement.
Exactly. So maybe some big teams are going to only play 2 games.
Okay.
Maybe they're just going to play just one round, home and away. You get a point. So maybe, for example, now in Nigeria we only play in Lesotho, home and away, and that's it. You get my point. And maybe in Sao Tome we play one week team and another week team. You know what I mean? Maybe like in Sao Tome we play 2 rounds. Maybe like in Nigeria and Ivory Coast we only play 1 round of qualifying, because there's going to be a lot of teams. Okay, but the thing is, they can still change it. You know what I mean?
The dilemma they have is
no. What I'm trying to say is they can still increase the number of teams that will participate.
Yes, they can.
They don't have to just fix it for 32.
Yeah,
they might, I don't know, they might increase it to 48 or something like that.
No, but this is the dilemma they are having because the commentator was saying that there's gonna be a lot of dilemma because there's a Club World Cup being played in America next year in June, July, after the season finish, and they want the Afcon to be moved to June, July, and I'm like, you can't put it to June, July because there's a Club World Cup. You can only play it in January and September, October, November are the only time you can play to qualify for Afcon. Those 3 months, you gotta play September, October, November. And they're gonna go for international break. September, October, November. You can only play Afcon in that year.
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe the qualifying will not be will only be a few games.
Maybe like 5-4.
You get it? No. I don't think we will play 5-4.
No, because the qualifying is always very long. It's very longer than the World Cup.
No, but we are having more teams in the competition.
Maybe
so if you're going to have more teams in the competition, so it means the number of qualifying games that you need to play will be less.
Yeah.
You get it? So maybe we don't have to play. Maybe we only have to play 2 teams. So we play 1 team home and away, another team home and away. So just like 4 games.
Yeah.
Okay. They can still squeeze in 4 games before the Afcon. You get it? So
but for me, the Super Eagles of Nigeria has done very well for me. They have done very well. But what just make me angry is not extremely mad like the last Afcon, but is yes, we lost, but the manner we lost, I don't like it because we did not turn up. Apart from that one goal,
that's how finals are sometimes. If before the tournament somebody had told you Nigeria will get to the final,
I would say it's a lie.
You accept it?
No, I would disagree. I'm like, it's a lie.
Exactly. You would say, if somebody say like we're going to get to the final, you're going to disagree. And if somebody says, do you want to get to the final, you would say, why not?
Of course.
So it happens like that sometimes. I'm not too carried away. I think there will be a lot of analysis of the game, but I just want it to remain. I just want it to be, or to remain as just analysis. Like we're analyzing any football game. I don't think it should be what we should make, rash decisions from. Take, major decisions from. We cannot take major decisions just based on one game. Because these guys have. They've
done very well.
They've gone through a lot. Like not gone through something difficult, but the intensity of the competition has not been easy for them to go through.
Yeah.
You could tell, like with today's game, like their energy level has dropped.
Yeah. Because they put a lot of energy into it.
Exactly. Or they were still, their energy level was still high when we were playing Angola and Cameroon. But by the time they got to the semi-final, their energy level has dropped. I could see today in their eyes like they were desperate for the first water break. Like they could barely move.
Yeah.
So you could tell their energy level has dropped. So what they wanted to do, it wasn't as effective anymore, and not energy level dropped like physically, but psychologically they were already tired.
And
I could see, that's for me anyway, I could see that psychologically, mentally they were already tired.
Now, let me ask you this, Abdul. Coming to Morocco next year, how can we do it to win the Afcon next year? Because this disappointment will be in the players' heart. Going to next year Afcon, they will remember this, all of them.
Yeah. You see, that's a fantastic point you just said. Okay, and this is one of the very important questions people normally pay attention to after a project, because this Afcon, you could term it as a project. Like this is the end of the project. Okay, now the next project is 2025. So, what lessons have we learned and how do we go about replicating the same success? And you know what I want to say? We need to start planning for the next Afcon today. From now, not like today now, but immediately, like as soon as possible, we need to start planning for the next Afcon. That is how we'll make sure we'll replicate the success we've had in this Afcon. And like I've said to you, for me personally, I love the Afcon, and I think the Afcon is the most important tournament for our senior national team. But then we do have no reason not to start immediately. The reason is because the next Afcon should be maybe in 1 year or a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So
Yeah. But
all the
fortunately,
plan
next year can be rectified.
exactly, exactly.
And the player and
We-
the majority of the players are still young. Ademola Lookman is 26, he will be
it's
27.
it's not even like looking at the players individual.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying how can we harness the best of our players
Yeah.
between now and the next Afcon.
Next year in Morocco.
You know what I mean? So we should
Yeah.
start the planning immediately.
Like the vid
We,
guys, like the vid.
we don't have to wait too long. So there's no reason why we should delay
Mm-hmm.
our starting our planning and the preparation
Yeah.
or planning and the implementation and preparation from now. You get my point?
Mm-hmm.
Give these guys holiday, give the manager holiday, okay? Maybe in about a month, let's return back, let's go back to the drawing board,
Yeah.
see where we've gone wrong and
Because
start planning and
the
start
reason I ask
focusing.
that is because they promise with Pesero and the NFF was take us to the semi-final. Then we'll see how we can do with your contract. It's expected
Exactly.
that by taking us to the semi-final and the final. Now,
Yeah.
I want to know what the NFF will do. Will they sack him just because he didn't win it, which I believe is a little bit harsh? Again, if you win it again, there have to be a target for next year. You go into Morocco, you win it. No excuse. You gotta go to Morocco and win it.
No. The next, like me, I've always said, the next AFCON, okay, you've had this one to learn.
Yeah.
The players, majority of the players have had this one to learn. This is Osimhen's first AFCON now,
Yeah, first
Abi,
international.
or is it his second AFCON?
No, it's the first official for the
It's
Super Eagles.
exactly. So a lot of these players have had this one to learn. Okay, how many AFCON did the Drogba play? He didn't win any
He played
AFCON.
5. He didn't win anything.
Exactly, he played 5 and he didn't win. Yaya Toure and Kolotori, they played like 6 or 7 and only won 1.
Yeah.
So in as much as it looks easy, it's actually not an easy tournament to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to, that's why we have to start planning now so that we'll make sure that we get to the final again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there's no point finishing in the final now and getting to the next one and going out in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, because this is the tax now. The fan base need to understand something. You cannot blame the manager because he's tweaked something from the beginning of the tournament till now. He stick with the same system which has been working. And when something is working, you can't break what has been working for a very long time. That's number one. Number two is football is all about luck. Sometimes, especially a final, if luck is not on your side, you will lose woefully. It happens. This is where the Nigerian fans need to just calm down on the Super Eagles and like, okay, we have lost the final, which I am angry about because there was a lot of support for the players. Even from the beginning of the tournament, they were not, the majority of the fans were like, maybe we're going to get out in the quarterfinal. But for them to go through to the semis and final is one accolade for me. That's number one. Number two is
Abdullah, okay. In terms of them getting angry, okay, they need to calm down because this team has just given them plenty of joy for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I understand why many Nigerians are angry. You know why they're angry? Right?
What?
The reason why a lot of them are angry is because they think this Ivory Coast team is not that good.
Yes.
If this was Senegal, oh, everybody would just accept, oh, what do you expect?
Senegal.
It's Senegal. What do you expect? It's Senegal. Or if it's Morocco, semi-final World Cup team, we tried. What do you expect? Oh, you can't compare their players to our player. But because it's Ivory Coast, and they've seen what Ivory Coast has played in this tournament, they know like this Ivory Coast is not that good. That if we really get into them and really like,
Yeah.
you know, lay our claw on them, we will have destroyed them.
Mm-hmm.
But the point of the matter of fact is we didn't. Okay, so but then you cannot ruin your own or condemn your entire tournament just because you had one bad game.
Yeah.
And then the game is in the final.
Yeah. And I think they need our support a lot because nobody gave them the chance from the beginning of the tournament. No one.
Well, I don't know about other people, but me, and I was saying it here, So it's not like I'm just making it up. I didn't give them. We used to say
We don't
have
get including me.
we have 9 good strikers and we don't have a team.
Yeah, including me.
That's what we used to say. So it's not like we're hiding something now or we're saying something we weren't saying before. So I wasn't expecting this at all. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
I'm not
because
just
for me, this is what I'm gonna say. For me, going into Morocco next year, because the qualifier is gonna be in September, October, November, before they prepare in December. If they're gonna put it in January, because the December is the last time they can maybe give out the squad and everything. My goal next year is to win the Afcon next year with the Super Eagles. That's it.
I prefer if they play it in January, okay, because most of the players will just be away for 3 weeks anyway. Yeah. Because it's not all the teams that will play semi-final and final.
Yeah.
It's when you start playing semi-final, okay, that's when you start, being in the tournament for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. But most of the players will just be in the tournament for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So it's not bad to like play it. It's not too bad for their teams if they lose their players for like 2-3 weeks. Players are out injured for
because it's a tradition where they play every January, February. So
exactly.
It's a tradition.
Exactly. So I would not want them to actually remove it from January. It's only unfortunate that we have to play this one now because of the last World Cup. So they can't really blame us because we tried to accommodate the World Cup. Okay. So there should be no reason why we should move our next one. They should just try and accommodate us when we play the next one next year, January again.
Yeah.
So I would like
and I believe if Pesaro is still the manager for me, he will have learned something in this tournament. Like next year, he knows going into next year, his aim is to win it, and he will find a better way to set up his team.
So look at it this way, okay? The next Afcon is next year. So it's like 1 year. Okay. So in terms of that, logically, it's only right to assume that 80% of our players will still be available.
Yes, all of them.
Okay. So a lot of them will have learned a good lesson from being in this Afcon.
Yeah.
Okay. So it shouldn't be too difficult for them to go through for them to actually perform.
Yeah.
In the next Afcon. They know what to expect.
Yeah.
And they know what is expected of them.
And I think next year we'll be going into Morocco as a favorite, not as an underdog, because the expectation will be even more higher next year than this year. Because they believe as long you're already in the final last year, you had that experience. Next year we're expecting you to be the favorite to win it.
But the thing is, other African countries always look at us like favorites.
Yeah.
But we know so we know when we are not good.
Yeah.
Okay. And coming into this Afcon, we were not good.
No, we're not.
Okay. But other African countries would not look at it like that. Other African countries just expect us to be they just rate us as the favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So hopefully, even if we're not good next Afcon, at least they have the experience to go into next Afcon. They have the experience, and they should know
what I would say. What makes me happy, and also what made me angry is since 2013. This is the first time I've been happy when it comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, because one, the performances, the art they put out in terms of the way they play, and getting into finals since 2013 is very, very tough. Has been very tough. And I believe next year in Morocco, if after getting to the qualifier, next year in Morocco, if we play like the way we play like this, for me, we will win that Nations Cup, because now a lot of players will have learned. Some of them will be there next year. Maybe Musa will have been gone.
I think 80% of them will still be there.
Afcon is 31. I think he will play. Musa might be gone. Okay, fair.
No, even if Afcon doesn't start, he will still be there.
Yes, he will be.
You know what I mean? I don't see anybody that shouldn't be in the next one. The only ones that are not going to be there is maybe Kenneth and Ahmed Musa, okay, and then maybe those that are not good enough, okay, because people have seen now with this Afcon that we have players.
Do you have a keeper for a long time now? Because he's 27 years of age. Do you have a very good keeper for the
Well, at least we have to until the next Afcon. That's what we're saying.
Yes, after the next Afcon, to the next World Cup.
Exactly. So we have a keeper. So, but the thing is, a lot of these players can still play the next tournament.
Yeah.
Except they are not good enough, because Niger has a lot of good players around now. You get it? They have a lot of good players around. Like if all our strikers were fit, I don't even think Kelechi would have been there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's say Boniface was fit. Let's say what's his name? Give Orban will have been better by next Afcon, because he's just moved to a better league.
So Leon, is it Leon or Mateo?
Leon, and he's already playing for them, and he's already scored his first goal for them.
Yeah.
So if he keeps improving, Taiwo Awoniyi, he was not there because he was injured.
He was injured, yes. And I think because the player was not there, that was that Pascal was playing back three. I believe if everybody was fit, he would play back for a 4-4-2 formation.
I don't know how he would have gone about it, but the thing is, by next Afcon, apart from those two senior players that maybe they will be too old to be there.
Yeah.
The others, they can be there, except they're not good enough, because we have a lot of good players, especially forward players.
Yeah. So
next year Afcon, I don't know how he wants to do it, and you never know. Okay. For example, now I don't think Uzo will be in the next Afcon. Get it?
Maybe not. It depends though. Maybe not.
No, because they are talking about that. The guy in our number 3. Okay, that guy is from the Nigerian league.
Oh, Olawunleke Ojo.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, it's a place for Yimba.
Exactly. He's based from Yimba. So maybe by next Afcon they will have rated him. Okay, and then from what I'm hearing, okay, they said the best what's his name? I've not verified it, so I don't know. Like the best goalkeeper, the best young goalkeeper in Japan is actually half Nigerian.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. The place for
exactly.
See Kashisawa something in Japan. I'm forgetting his name.
They said the guy is tall. They said the guy is tall and is really good, but he hasn't made up his mind. Maybe he wants to play for Japan or Nigeria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by next Afcon, I don't think Uzo will be there. So by next Afcon, the players who will not be there are probably the ones that are not just good enough. I'm talking about from this group we have now.
Yeah, okay.
If you just remove the 2 senior players, I think the rest of them should be in the next Afcon, except the ones that are not good enough.
Good enough, yes. And I think this Afcon has taught me something, this tournament, where especially the manager. Because I do know we're criticizing the manager that we don't like the qualifiers, we're losing matches, drawing matches. And I think he made it up by correcting his mistake, because I always say something. I believe if he has Wilfred Ndidi, Boniface, and Awoni, he won't go to back 3. He will switch. He will be alternating between a 4-3-3 and a 4-4-2.
But Abdullah, so the thing is, why did he switch to a back 3 after the first game?
Because
what I'm saying is, it tells us that maybe he had a plan for the back 4. But after the first game, he just thought like, no, he has to switch. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe his plan was to play a back 4. Maybe his plan was not to play a back 3. But after the first game, he just thought maybe we'll not get anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere if we continue with the back four.
With the back
That's
four.
why he changed. So maybe what I'm trying to say is it might be something like a contingency plan that has just taken us to the final. So
Yeah.
it means he was right to change it to a back three.
Yep.
Okay. So possibly what he prefers is a back four. But that's why you have a coach. If something's not working, quickly change it.
Yeah.
You get it?
And I think he should be given one more chance next year for me. He's earned his credit for next year. For me, he's earned it for next year.
But the thing is, with success, once you're successful, everybody thinks they can do your job.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks your job is easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want them to like press the panic button and say like, oh yeah, but we're too defensive. Oh, they didn't score enough goals. Oh, blah, blah. They should look at the overall picture. If he's happy to stay, he's happy to remain. If the players are happy to work under him to remain, if the administrators, the FA, are happy to keep him, it only makes sense to keep him. We only have 1 year to go.
1 year, yeah. So they'll have to make that decision as quick as possible because of the qualifying coming up. Because it's coming up in June. We play South Africa for the World Cup qualifier. We travel to South Africa. So we have to make it very right. Before June, now we play South Africa already. They know the way we play. You're gonna play the World Cup qualifier
Have we played South Africa?
Yes, already in the semi-final. After we played them in the World Cup qualifier. We're in the same group.
Oh, World Cup qualifier.
Yes.
We already played them.
Yeah, we already played them. We already played them in this Afcon.
Oh, okay. See, I don't care about the World Cup because I don't care about a tournament we're going to go into and we're not going to win.
And sell shit.
And we don't have a chance to even win. So I don't really care about this kind of tournament.
You have always said you prefer Afcon because Afcon is like a domination. You can dominate it.
And Afcon is what you can win. You have a chance of winning.
Yeah. Unlike the World Cup. World Cup is very difficult.
And it comes after every 2 years.
Yeah.
Why would you have to worry about something that comes once in 4 years?
So this is our group now. This is our group for the World Cup qualifier. We are third already because we lost 2 games already. We drew 2 games. We are third. South Africa lost 1 game.
So this is the what?
The World Cup qualifier group.
World Cup qualifying. So we have
Rwanda, South Africa, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and Republic of Benin.
Oh, so we played 2 and we draw 2.
We draw 2, yeah.
Okay.
So we still have chance to top the table or finish second. Our next match is against South Africa.
Okay. So is it the first 2? Okay, so we've played Lesotho.
Yes, and
we draw with Lesotho and no. Go up.
No. So we play. Okay. We're gonna play South Africa next and the Republic of Benin. 2 of them. So we have to win these 2 games to have a fighting chance. We have to play these 2 games to have a chance because now after that we play in March next year. In March next year we play Rwanda and we play Zimbabwe. And after that we play Rwanda again. Then because the World Cup is 2026, so we finish our qualifier by.
You mean March this year or next year?
No, March next year. That's World Cup. I'm talking about World Cup qualifier. They have not given.
World Cup. Okay.
So the group is not yet ready for the Nations Cup. Is not yet ready. That will be ready in June.
Okay.
That will be ready in June. But as it stands right now, because officially the qualifier for World Cup finish in October 2025 next year, so everybody will know where they stand by next year October. But at the moment right now, we still have a chance to top the table or finish second. So I'm not worried about our group because we have a chance to beat this. We can beat South Africa. We can also beat Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and Benin. So we have a chance. The World Cup qualifier. We have the players to do it. So all I'm thinking right now is Morocco next year. Is it going to be played in January or is it going to be played in June? That's where the debate is.
Okay.
That's where the debate is for me. People might be angry we lost, the manner we lost, but guys need to understand something. When it comes to final, you have to have luck on your side. That's very, very important. It is very, very pivotal. Every final you need luck because
You see,
if you don't have that luck,
the only I'm sorry to say it, but the only mistake the VAR did in this competition is that Casey elbow.
yes, that was a red card.
That was intentional. I don't know why they didn't check VAR.
Is it on Osimhen?
It's on I think it's on what's it called? That guy from the left.
Oh, Zaidu Sanusi.
Zaidu Sanusi.
Yeah.
Why didn't they go to the
why did they are the host nation and everything? Sometimes
no. Why didn't people in the VAR room? Why didn't they call the referee to go watch it?
Because if they do that, they can actually just make them maybe spoil the match because they are the host nation. So sometimes.
Yeah. So is that not the luck we're talking about?
Yeah, it is.
Because Casey was their best player.
Yeah. And I think if you have been giving a red card in that match, that's over.
It will change everything because that's in the first half.
That's over. Because if you give them a red card, it's over. They can't come back from that again. They cannot come back again.
So that's the luck we're talking about. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of luck we're talking about in football sometimes, that you need it. I'm not saying using that to justify, but I'm just reiterating what you're saying, that sometimes you need football luck. In as much as you will say this or that. You think Man City fans loved it when we beat them in the Champions League final like 3 years ago? Do you think they loved it? That day was like, some of them, that was the worst day of their life.
Yeah. But the VR has been very good in this tournament. I won't for them for one mistake.
Spot on, man. It's been spot on. Apart from that incident,
even English people are even talking about the English media. I'm like, APL needs to learn from this Afcon, man.
So that is the reason why they said, if you look at this Afcon, that's the reason why they said they should be using VAR.
And I think it's the first time Abdul since Afcon era that they have scored 120 something goals. It's never happened before in Afcon. 126 goals scored in this Afcon.
That's what somebody was saying, that
126 is the first time it happened in Afcon.
This is the most goals they've scored in an Afcon tournament.
Yes, 126.
Yeah.
It's never happened before.
Exactly. So I'm telling you, this is the best Afcon. To me, the best team that I didn't see all the game, but the best team I saw, and I think they're the best team in my own opinion in the tournament, is Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah. I think they will come back also good next year. And I think they are the one hosting 2027, if I'm not mistaken. I will check.
Okay.
I will check, but I know Morocco is the one hosting next year. Morocco is the one hosting next year. They're the one hosting for next year. They're already preparing already. They are preparing. They're just waiting for the exact date to be confirmed. They said they'll make that announcement possibly before June. So, but they are the one hosting next year qualifier. They are the one hosting it.
And the thing is, people have been going to Morocco. People have been going to Morocco for the past 4 years, and they've been talking about how Morocco has been improving in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So I know the tournament.
They will be ready. Morocco will be ready. That I'm sure.
People are gonna have plenty of fun.
And I even think that one will be even more delicious than this one. For me, it will be more entertaining than this one.
See, the only thing that can make an Afcon delicious for me is if Nigeria is performing and progressing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to watch an Afcon where.
In as much as I hate losing a final because it's gonna hurt me a little bit. For me to get over it, it will take time because it's my country is there when it happens. But I think everything will be fine in the next few weeks, maybe few months. when everything calm down, the dust and everything calm down, I think everything will be fine. It happens because when you lose the final, it's difficult to come out of it. But again, all what the players need now right now acknowledgement from the whole entire fan base. Just applaud them, give them a shout out, and tell them, guys, next year is in Morocco. We can do it again. Let's go to Morocco and win it. That's the mentality for me. I'm gonna tell the players, yes, we lost it. We are all hungry. We feel your pain. But next year in Morocco, our aim is to go to Morocco and bring the trophy back to Lagos. Very simple.
Exactly.
Nothing more.
The players should start focusing on the next Afcon.
Yeah.
They should start preparing. You know. So, and some of them that didn't make it, they should start playing for the next Afcon from now. Because this one, that the next Afcon is just in 1 year.
In 1 year, yeah, because of the war.
There will be Abdullah. There will be plenty of competition for places in the Nigerian team.
There will.
I don't even know how the manager is going to pick if everybody's fit.
Yeah, it will. I think it will pick based on form. And this year, I love what the NFF did to him this year. NFM allowed him to pick the player. NFF did not pick for him. Because everybody was given 27. Pascal said, no, I want 25. I don't want 27.
Exactly.
So, and I think it will have that power because now, for me, it's done very well for me. They will give him the chance to say, okay, take us to Morocco next year and win it for us. That's it. Because I don't think the NFF like sacking of manager up and down. For me, it doesn't bode well for me. When you sack and go, sack and go, sack and go. You always like to have continuity in the national team where the players have good rapport and good communication, which is key. I'll use this as an example because it's been there for 7 years. Now he has resigned from Senegal national team. Why did he resign? Because he feel he spent so many years in Senegal, time for 7 years, it's time for him to move on. So, but right now, where Nigeria now want to win the Afcon because it's been long since we won it. So the players will be motivated and also be hungry too. But again, they know they can only do much better in that aspect. We can always do better because let's see. I'm hungry because we didn't turn up, not just because it's a final. Yes, it's a final, but I'm pissed off because we did not turn up. We scored the first goal and we back up. Is that on the player? Yes, for me, because the manager set up us very well. And Pascal said it in his post-match reaction. He did not understand why the player did not turn up because I set them up very well. We give them the support they needed.
Abdullah, I don't even want to analyze this final because the tournament was 7 games. So I cannot just use one game just to condemn the entire tournament for these people.
Yeah.
Because to me, in the entire tournament, they gave 100%. Yeah. Maybe they were not good enough today, obviously. Okay. But I will not use this final to really hang them. I've been watching Afcon for a long time. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of disappointing finals. I mean, their Okocha lost the final. That final, I don't know why it was painful to me, but maybe because they were playing it in Nigeria.
Okay, in Lagos,
yeah, and it was against Cameroon.
Oh, 2000.
I would rather we lost to Sao Tome in that final, not to Cameroon. Okay, so I've experienced this a lot. So, to be honest, from where the team came from to where they finished, I would just give them kudos, really. Any other thing, anything else should just be football related, in my own opinion. And they don't deserve to be condemned in any way, shape, or form. I think we should just give them credit. Well,
condemn is a big word, but I'm
not saying you, because I've already been listening to a lot of space and a lot of commentary, and what some people are coming out with, what some people are spewing out from their mouth. I don't know, maybe it's because of their own, maybe they're a different generation or their own experience of football is different. But what some people are spitting out is just not good at all.
Yeah.
You will wonder maybe it's the same team that has been playing since the beginning of the tournament. But I'm not saying, you directly or what.
But also, I'm a little bit very angry because this final did not turn up the way I wanted them to turn up. Ivory Coast were there for the taking for me. They were there. But we failed to do our basic job, like turning up. See, it's a final. We know sometimes luck is always on your side, but if you play to your level, you should be able to win matches. And I think
you said Ivory Coast were there for the taking.
Yeah, they were there for me.
So why didn't we take them?
Because we were lackluster for me.
So why were we lackluster?
I don't know what's going on. Is it the mentality? Is it the decision? I don't know. It's a little bit
exactly.
weird.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That you have to look at it as you have to look at the tournament overall. Okay, this part is the most painful part, but in as much as painful as it is, you still have to look at the entire team as a whole. That's for me, because I love Afcon, and I've been following Afcon since I was born. Okay, so the way I experience Afcon is different from maybe how some people experience it or a lot of people experience it. Okay, Afcon is like something I just enjoy.
I beg you.
I beg you.
I beg you.
I don't
want good guys to come here and be talking nonsense.
I know you.
Yo, Blue Eyes, what's going on? Blue Eyes, what's going on?
You're letting this.
I don't see.
Just rewind this guy.
I know.
What is really?
No. I know everybody. I understand. Blue Eyes, I understand. We've been there before.
I beg. Leave that your matter. Just analyze football. Don't tell us about analyze football. Don't tell us about
Blue Eyes.
You're not an Afcon guy.
I know. I know.
Don't tell us about football. You're a football guy. Leave the Afcon alone.
I know. Blue Eyes.
All of a sudden, now you want to Afcon pass. You come on a day like this that we are mourning, and you're coming with your.
I understand.
No.
I understand.
Stop football, my brother. Keep analyzing. No, don't stop your analysis. Or keep analyzing.
Yo, Abdullahi, what were you listening to?
No.
Leave Afcon alone. Just analyze football. We appreciate
your analysis. I understand. Okay.
We appreciate your analysis. Just keep going with your
analysis. I know. Mr. Blue Eyes, I know it's painful, but just look at me like a doctor, Afcon doctor. You get my point? And you are the patient. I see how you're suffering, okay? But you just have to take my medicine to get better.
Oh boy, if you're going to talk about football, talk about football. This thing you're talking about is bullshit.
Blue Eyes, what's going on with you? What Blue Eyes?
This is the same guy 3 months ago that said you don't want to hear what this guy said about Afcon, and now he loves Afcon more than everybody in the world.
No. Afcon or Nigerian team?
No, Afcon.
Ask Abdullahi now. We've been talking about Afcon.
Abdullahi, can I talk about the game? Really?
No. Hold on. I'll give you a chance to talk because we've been here a while. See, then me and you we've been interacting Afcon since the tournament.
Talk about the game. Just leave Afcon alone. Talk about the game.
No. Since the
don't talk, leave Afcon alone. Moderator, please talk to this guy.
Let me talk quickly now so that I can finish quickly. Okay. I understand, and I've been discussing about Afcon with Abdullahi Nana knows for the past since the last World Cup. They know how much love I have for Afcon. Okay, so nobody can say I don't like Afcon. I'm an Afcon lover, I'm an Afcon person. Okay, although this Nigerian team before the Afcon started, I have been very skeptical about them. That's the only negative I might have said about Afcon in the past few weeks or so. but not about Afcon in general. Anyway, you guys can go ahead since I'll give you guys a chance.
Blue Eyes. Firstly, I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
Where 2 years ago we did a show in the Cameroon. We're in Cameroon, we were pissed off with this team, and we're like, it's over.
Yes.
I
You
was
remember.
because we started this. I watched the tournament. The first match, I was like, okay. Second, third match, and quarter semis, I was like, okay, we need to see more. This final hurt me, not just because we lost, but because we didn't turn up at all. I'm hurt with that because if you're gonna play a final, at least give it your all. If you lose, everybody hands up. We lost to a better team. We did not turn up. We look lackluster. That is what pissed me off because everybody's having a go at Osimhen this, Osimhen that. How many chances did he have in this final? 0. Because Iwobi and other people around him were garbage. I'm not gonna blame them because the next year Afcon is in Morocco next year in 2025. My expectation going to next year, no excuse. We gotta go to Morocco and win. Bring back the trophy to Lagos. I don't care how we do it. Bring the Africa Cup of Nations trophy to Lagos next year. Period. That's it. That's it. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. Very painful. Very painful. Absolutely crushing. Absolutely crushing. Yeah. It's devastating, for lack of a better way to put it. Opportunity missed. Opportunity missed. And if you want to shine the light on tactical analysis, let's talk football for a minute. The boys tried. I tip my hat to the Super Eagles. Jose Pasero tried. But for the game today, let's talk football, Abdullahi.
Yeah. Yes, let's speak.
His midfield was suffering because of what you see what this guy did, that Faye guy.
MS5.
You see what he did with Kessié? He pushed Kessié on like a wing type midfield position. You see what he did?
Yeah.
That thing was brilliant. Because Kessié, you see, man, instead of what's his name, Pasero to take out Chukwueze,
We took him out.
Yeah, but the substitution he made was wrong. He should have kept Iwobi was bad, but leave Iwobi in the game. Bring in that, what's his name? What's the midfielder?
Aliazan.
Yeah, bring that boy so that we have 3 midfielders. Push Luku to Chukwueze's position.
Okay.
And tell Luku to drop in and play, midfield wing. The same thing that Kessié was doing on the other side. I'm like, this guy fell asleep on the wheels, man. So as a result, you see there was a huge gap between Osimhen and our midfielder number 2. I respect what he did though. He died on the sword, like they say, with Zaidu. Ay, my goodness.
It was one that caught the second goal. You know that.
Oh my goodness!
Why are you chesting the ball back to your chase the ball out? Why are you chesting it back?
Listen, my goodness. But I respect the move. At least you live by the sword, you die by the sword. He died on the sword. This is exactly what he did with that nomination. Like he stuck with Zaidu. Because Zaidu was basically, it's like you're driving with one tire with no air.
Yeah, nowhere to be found.
But I'm not trying to, but that's, and then in the midfield, I am surprised that Pasero didn't think of adding one more. Chai! Instead, what he did is he took out Iwobi, brought in this guy. What did he bring in? Al-Hassan. Al-Hassan was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Yes, Iwobi was bad for me. But
Iwobi keeps the structure. He keeps the shape.
I like what you said. What you said was, for me, push Iwobi to number 10.
Exactly.
Azan, take off Chukwueze.
Thank you.
Block.
And push Luku to Chukwueze's position. Thank you, because Luku
play number 10 because Osimhen needed.
Hold on, because Luku is a disciplined player. He knows how to drop in. But this is all hindsight. I'm just saying this is what I thought he was going to do. But instead, he actually was very confident enough to say, you know what, Al-Hassan should run my midfield in the heat of battle. So again, I found that very and then I'll tell you one thing. I'm not Ola now was in no man's land all game.
He was suspect today.
Hi, Olaina, man. I surprised.
Adingra is a player, but for him to beat you,
Olaina was in no man's land. And this man, you can tell this guy studied Olaina.
yes.
They studied him.
Mhm.
Someone else who was in no man's land was Calvin Bassey.
Yeah.
Calvin Bassey actually
That goal
comes
they
to
scored for me
Yes,
is
Calvin
Calvin
Bassey.
Bassey's fault.
Thank you.
That first goal, because
Calvin
it was
Bassey,
a job
thank you.
to cover up for.
Instead of you to clear the ball, you want touch and with your weak foot. As soon as you did that, you killed the momentum of your defense, and everybody was just left flat-footed.
Yeah.
I'm just talking the tactics part. These kids tried.
Yes.
I'm just shining the light on. And then he brought in, what's his name?
They brought in
Iheanacho.
Aribo.
Yeah, that was just, he was
Kelechi
throwing in the white.
Iheanacho.
When that substitution is you're throwing in the white flag. Come on. That substitution, come on, man. If you know football, you know football.
Guys,
At that point, you know the game is done.
Next year Morocco now.
No, forget about next year Morocco. Let's talk about today, my brother. Today. I'm not saying we should have won, but like you said, the presentation was suspect. Yo. And then Abdullahi, man. Exactly.
It's tough to analyze.
We have to, but Abdullahi, we have to talk about Osimhen though, man, bros.
Okay.
Bros,
I can have that conversation with Victor Osimhen, but Blue, in this final, no.
Bros. We have to talk about Osimhen though, man. Is it fair?
Yeah, we can talk about him. The question is, does he worth a release clause of 105 million? I'm in the middle with that. That's number one. I'm a big fan of Osimhen. This is his first official tournament for the Super Eagles. I'm not gonna be too harsh on him because I think Drogba played 5 Afcon. He did not win anything of it. So, as much as I read Drogba as a legend of Chelsea, he played 5 Afcon. He did not win none. So this is first official Afcon for Osimhen, and because of the hype on him, the money, the price tag on him, I understand that we can criticize Osimhen, but I'm gonna be a little bit leeway.
No, I'm not criticizing Osimhen. All I'm saying is I think Osimhen is. I think we need to learn. I don't know if there's any way we can play 2 up front. I don't think
that was what
I don't think Osimhen is a 9 guy in Afcon football. Because even his what do you call it, his shots on target, like if you actually wanted to shine the light on his body of work throughout the Afcon, like his shots on target, I'm curious to know what that number is.
Because I think the reason
I don't think he even had a lot of shots on target.
Yeah, but today Ivory Coast were there for the taking, and I think he was isolated that he did not get any help. They were not crossing from the right back and the left back. No cross.
You're absolutely right. But again, Abdullah, you're spot on. But again, yeah, today is not a day to. The kids have tried, but
they've done well.
There's 1 or 2 things that you look for, not expect, because expectation is different, but you look for in your number 9, and that's your ability to. I don't think Osimhen did a lot of slipping behind the defensive line. I didn't see him do a lot. There were a lot of movements where somebody will make a pass and you hear offside. I didn't see a lot of those. He was always, it's either he goes to hustle for his food and go and score and cost penalty. But in terms of actually like creating a mismatch. And you know what? I made a mistake. You see that Bright Osai Samuel?
Yes.
Hi. They should have brought him in the second half because he creates overloads, and because these guys were already coming into the game, Ivory Coast. Yes. That's one thing I thought this guy was going to do as well. But that's why I say
on the bench too.
Yeah, but he died on the sword with what's his name?
Saidu,
yeah, and I respect that. That's why if you're a coach and you choose your guy, you stand by your guy. Correct. Understand? Because he let the guy, even after injury, he still brought him into his final game. So this is his guy. But that Bright Osai Samuel, we got to keep an eye on him. Huge talent. Huge. That boy, you see that first half, we were criticizing him. The second half, he changed, man.
Yeah, he changed.
He became a matured football player, man. That performance from Bright Osai Samuel, I hope you're listening to this stream. Oh boy, we need to keep a close eye on that kid. I don't know what team that boy plays for.
He plays in Portuguese league. I've forgotten in our Portuguese league.
Very, 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 very. What do you want to call it? Very. He's a very intelligent player.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this guy was going to bring him in. He didn't bring him in. I say,
Because the original plan was for Pesero to maybe if we make the semi-final, then we'll see what we do. Now he's making the final. We lost. Do you release contract or you let him go? That's where the debate comes in.
No, you keep him. You keep him. Absolutely keep
because
him.
next year is next year's an Afcon. Next year is gonna be in Morocco.
You keep him, man. He definitely exhibited. But again, it's a one-off game. But there were so many naiveties. I don't know how you pronounce that word.
Naivety,
Okay. There were a lot of naiveties in his entire playbook today.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many holes. I understand bringing in Chukwueze. I understand the idea of bringing in Chukwueze because of trickery. He figured that because they're bringing in Andingra to bring in that wing manipulation. Let him bring Chukwueze to match it up.
But I think a manager like him, that first half take off Chukwueze was not in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So what I was thinking,
you should not have waited for 60 minutes. Take him out in that first half.
No, second half. No, second half. Because if you do first half, then you're showing your hand. Second half, when people are coming in, you just push Luku. You push Luku there, then you bring in Al-Hassan. You push Iwobi just a little bit, and you keep Al-Hassan.
What you say? Just take out Chukwueze, bring out Al-Hassan. Then that's like a 3-man midfield.
Exactly. Then you push Luku to Chukwueze's position, and you leave Luku. What's his name? Up front at the top.
Osimhen.
Thank you.
You are telling me to play. Then you play Iwobi as a traditional left wing or a mid or number 10. That's what
something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't think about that. He was very he was being too smart. You take away what you did is it was very. I'm like, come on, man. You take away Iwobi, who was bad.
Yeah.
But that position, you don't bring in somebody who is more defensive to come and take that position.
You bring him more attacking though.
Exactly.
I mean, because it's been working for us in this tournament, so I'm a little bit leeway in that aspect. I'm very leeway in that aspect.
And then I don't know what happened to Iwobi today, man.
Because he lost the ball a lot of times today. He lost the ball.
No, but he made some good passes. But I'm like, why the boy is not
I also think
motivated today, man.
Yeah, bro, because if you look at the way we play with the 4-4-2, he will be at a lot of chances with 4-4-2 where he play behind Osimhen. But when we play this back three, he's playing more as a central defensive midfielder. So he didn't have the chance to go more forward because I know him going forward more, he will have more chances to pass forward. Because our attacker was isolated today. In as much as I wanted to see more of Osimhen today, it was lost. Osimhen was lost today. So this is where I blame Passer a little bit. I wanted to see a 3-5-2.
No, but let's be fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fair. No. I just want to ask you and you have to answer with everything aside.
Okay.
Did Osimhen have a good Afcon?
No.
Exactly.
Period. No. But I will not be too harsh on him. It's his first tournament.
Of course. No. I'm just saying from the kids were amazing, man. That's what I'm saying. But
he did not. For me, he did not. He did not.
I don't even know who I will say had a standout. But
Ola
was amazing. But I don't know what happened to Ola down the stretch, man.
And I think for me, this will be a lesson for the players because in as much as they lose the final, this is what I don't want the fan base to do. Start cursing them, start abusing them. I don't want that.
No.
They've done very well.
Talk about football. I know some people go vex, but talk about football.
A lot of people go vex because they believe Ivory Coast is there for the taking. They were there.
So I was talking to some people. I know some people that went out there, right, from Niger.
Yeah.
So I talked to them today. They couldn't get tickets.
Yes, I was hearing there too.
They couldn't get tickets. They go up and down. No tickets. So I think it was deliberate.
I don't think it was deliberate. I think it was
deliberate too. So boy, from the host, what are you talking about? It was deliberate.
And I think for me, shout out to Ivory Coast. For me, they run their luck and
amazing tournament.
They had their luck and their luck won them for me.
No, they played well. They played. You see that boy?
Their best performance today.
You see Sebastian Halle. That
Yeah.
boy is bad, man.
Mhm.
Guys, that guy is
He was suffering
bad.
from cancer 2 years ago. Then he came back to play Afcon. It's been a very good tournament for me. For me, this has been the best tournament Afcon in terms of watching, the officiating, everything has
One
been
second.
brilliant.
You see, Sebastian. Let me just talk about Sebastian Haller and his football. You see that kind of striker,
Mm-hmm.
man. He plays for Ajax, eh? Or he left
No,
Ajax.
he plays for Borussia Dortmund.
That is Dortmund, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, man, yo, that
Mm-hmm.
the way he scored that goal, he beat
Because
everybody.
I checked this morning, because we're talking about his nationality and everything. His mother is from Ivory Coast.
Exactly.
His mom was from Ivory Coast.
Mm.
So when he was playing for West Ham, then
Where's
when
his dad?
Gary Brumgate was looking at him, I was
Where's
like,
his dad from?
I think his dad is from, I don't know where that from. I think his mom, if I'm not mistaken, is from Ivory Coast. The commentator said it this morning when I was reading all like what. Yeah.
Oh, Chai, this boy just went to the final. Aye.
Are you talking about Usher?
No, Sebastian Haller. Let me read the chat. Let me read the chat.
Not yet, no. Oh, you watching Usher?
Yeah, I was, man. What a performance.
Yeah, Usher is OG now.
Beauty Agenda said commiserations.
Commiserations, guys.
Did a
Commiserations.
good job.
Commiserations.
No, it's painful, man.
He also
It's
said no
painful.
Super Eagles
He
defense.
said it's
That
painful.
got us far. He said it was a bad game.
Painful.
He also
It's
Super Eagles
not
defense
acceptable. It's
is
painful.
the savior of this tournament. I agree.
Aye.
And Dinga was cooking, I know, and I think I know.
I'm telling you, Adinga was cooking. I know, man. Thank you,
No
Slack.
midfielder. So Nigeria couldn't have a midfielder after Gigi Okocha and John Mikelobi. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
See,
Drogba was scoring goals in Afcon, not one goal all tournament.
no, Osimhen scored though.
Osimhen scored, but three
It
of them
was
was
one
offside.
goal.
Yeah, three of them was offside.
What? The header?
No, three of them was offside. He scored 3 goals, one was offside. It's okay. How can Equatorial Guinea beat Ivory Coast 4-0, but Nigeria can't beat Ivory Coast? Lord have mercy. It's a final.
Different mindset. It's a final. Yeah, it's a final.
Super Eagles aren't that good. I'm going to say we aren't that good.
I don't know why. Hi, wow. We should have tried Teremorphy a little
They
bit.
shot Osimhen down, man.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Sorry, what does that
Can
mean?
we talk about that goal from Ale?
We should have tried
From my
Teremorphy
screen,
a
I
little
thought
bit.
it was an
What's
own goal.
that?
How did
What
he
does
get
that
that
mean?
ball? That is a striker. Who knows what he's doing?
Osimhen, man.
Blue eyes. Uncle, are you still talking about? Are you talking Victor at the bridge?
Which Victor? Which Victor?
Osimhen.
Boniface?
The Victor Osimhen. Relax.
He said relax.
I will take him though.
Nah,
I will take him. Yes, this tournament he has been bad. I won't take that away. But I will take Osimhen any day, anytime. For me, I will.
Blue eyes. What about you?
Take who?
Victor Osimhen at Stamford Bridge.
No.
Why? Abdul, will you take Osimhen at the bridge or not? Abdul started talking us now. Yeah, Abdul, are you there?
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
Guy, blue eyes.
Will you take Osimhen at the bridge?
Yeah, of course I'll take Osimhen. Yeah.
You take Osimhen?
Yeah.
Blue eyes said no.
No, I like he's a great number 9 for Super Eagles, but at Chelsea, I'm good, bro.
So what? Blue eyes. Let me ask you a question. Can I ask a couple of questions, please?
Sure.
Would you say we have a striker problem at Chelsea?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Who would you say is number 1 on your list on world football? If I can ask you a question like that, I don't know if you.
Okay, for me.
If you watch football like that.
Abdullah is asking me, remember? He's asking me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Mute your mic, Abdullah. Wow. Thank you. The best number 9 right now.
For Chelsea, no, because you said.
Playing for Chelsea right now?
No. What number 9 would you want at Chelsea then? Because if you said no Victor, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming it's. I'll take
Victor Boniface any day, anytime. Sign me anytime.
As the number 1?
Yes, without thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Without thinking. Victor Osimhen is great for Super Eagles, but he's our number 9, no doubt. But for what we want to do at Chelsea, I don't know. I'll take Boniface, man. without thinking, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Nah,
I know.
this guy couldn't slip. Anyways, keep talking, bro. What's the other question?
Okay, let me respond.
I know a few people that said that as well. To be
But
Are you serious? There you go.
look at
Yeah,
it this
man.
way. See,
I know. I
I'm
watched
a
from
big
the
fan of
Boniface though.
Osimhen, and I'm a big fan of Osimhen. But this tournament is not shown enough for me to like. It hasn't been good this tournament. I'm not gonna be too harsh on him because this is his first tournament since he became a full-time player for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Will I take him in Chelsea? Absolutely yes, I will. I will take him in Chelsea because not with that terrorist. I call himself Pochettino because that guy needs to just bounce first.
Oh wow, you're done now, yeah. You're done.
See. Let me finish.
He's scared. He's scared now. Yeah,
Now
I told you.
you're putting it on Pochettino. Now you're putting it on Pochettino.
Yeah, no.
You didn't look at it. You're not going to blame Casero, but you're going to blame Pochettino. Okay, no problem.
I back Pochettino. People know me very well. I back Pochettino, but bless, I lost it after that Liverpool game. I am done. After that Liverpool game, I lost it completely with him because I can't have a manager who's gonna tell me after a match to tell me, guys, it just won them. Let's move on. Are you mad? We just lost in Anfield, and you're giving me that response.
The question is, who are you blaming for Osimhen not scoring goals in Afcon? Who?
For me, one, I'm gonna blame the setup. That's number one. That's good. And two, I'm gonna blame Victor's too because as a striker, yes,
I respect that.
As a striker, one, if you don't get service, you have to come into the team to play together. But again, I'm looking at the structure of the team. If everybody is fit, I don't think we play back three. But that's hindsight for me. But again, what I also blame the manager is a striker like Osimhen, he needs service. You need the service for him where he needs to feed on service. And in this tournament,
when did we start playing long ball? When did we start playing long ball?
The final. Osimhen had his chances, except the final. He had all the chances in this world to score. He's just been see. I don't know where I put his shooting boots in this tournament. He's been missing this tournament, apart from the final. From the first match, he had his chance. He scored. But before he scored, he had the chances he missed. Second match, he had 4 chances. Osimhen missed 4.
Abdullahi.
One. Hold on. He scored an offside goal. The third match, he scored, but it was an offside. He had 4 chances he missed. So it's not that he's not been missing. He's not been adding his chances. He has been having his chances. But again, he has been contributing to most of our wins this season. He had 4 goal contribution in this tournament and 1 goal. So I wouldn't blame him for that because he's been doing very well this tournament. But is that what I expect from Osimhen? No. With the amount of money that is put on the table, that want to buy the hype on him? No.
Abdullahi, could I just say something quickly?
Go ahead.
I think just me observing, right, watching the games, I think Osimhen's a very emotional player, if you get what I mean.
Yes.
Like, guys hustle. Like, I think the coach was trying to. I think he's the only striker. I saw a tweet, which I think is true. I think he's the only striker that could have even fostered even a bit of productivity based on what the coach was asking him to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy was just. He was asked to do everything, it's especially in terms of running into the channel, being the outlet, consistent outlet. That is tough. That's tough. I don't think there's a striker out there that could have done what he did, right?
Yeah.
But I would agree with what Blue Eyes has said historically, because in this tournament, I think he would have had I definitely think he would have had upwards of 4 goals if that. That first touch, and I hate to say that, but that first touch was secure. Like the amount of times he was played through, his touch let him down. Whereas if it was more secure, he would have had the opportunity to get a strike off. So I think that comes with being emotional. I think he was trying too much for the team. I don't know if it was to prove his worth or. Because obviously everyone has a point to prove. This is his first Afcon, but for me, I don't think he got a big chance today, though.
No,
not today. This one, but Blue Eyes again. To ask Osimhen to do all of that, that's a big ask, man. That's a big ask.
But Nana, most of the chances he missed were actually headers. It wasn't really like
one-on-one.
Or it wasn't really foot. I mean, a chance with his foot.
No. I'm talking.
most of
Sorry.
the chances, you're right. He had chances in every game he played, but most of those chances were actually headers that were actually not even on target. So it's not like it has anything to do with his first touch per se.
But yeah, go ahead.
But the thing is, I think what Osimhen was missing from this tournament is big game experience, because Afcon is like playing like the way he played this Afcon, or our expectation on him was like 7 big games from the first game to the final, and I think that's the way he's lacking in terms of experience. He has no big game experience per se. If you look
Somebody
at
that just won Italian league hasn't played a big game, no?
No, I said big game. Like you don't play big games every day because you win a tournament, do you? So like Didier Drogba, before Didier Drogba started playing regularly for Ivory Coast, he had already played like 1 or 2 seasons under Mourinho, where he was like having like big games against Barcelona and things like that.
Yeah, but
Osimhen hold on, Blas. Because the reason why I said that is because with him coming out,
somebody that just like he got into Ballon d'Or. He hasn't had big games.
Hold on now. I said big game experience, and I'm not saying he hasn't played a big game. And there's a difference when you are playing a big game and there's like 4 or 5 other big players.
But let me tell you something before you continue. Abdul, hold on before you continue.
I will forget what
Don't forget anything. Anyways, I don't want to put all this on this kid Osimhen. People, the reason why we're having this discussion about Osimhen is that we were relying on Osimhen because of his big game experience.
That is what I am saying. He was the only one we were relying on.
No, but for you to say that he doesn't have it, for you to say he doesn't have it,
if you allow me to finish my explanation, and then you understand where I'm going to. In Napoli, he had like 4 or 5 other big players that he could rely on, that he shared those expectations with them. But in the Super Eagles, he was the only one that was
slime, my brother. Explain to Abdul. Explain to Abdul.
See, he was the only one we were expecting he was our only big player that was meant to deliver that big game, that big game result or outcome for us.
My brother.
And the reason why I'm saying he lacked that big game experience, where he's expected to carry the entire team by himself, was like him coming out with things like, "Oh, I don't really mind if I don't score as long as the team wins." You could tell that he's lacking that experience. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong, but I'm saying
put that comment back up and pause it there. Abdul, keep talking, my brother. But keep it. Pause that comment.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So he was our big player. So is that not what I'm saying?
But okay, Abdul,
he was
that's not what you're saying. That's not what you're
I'm saying.
Abdul,
when they say somebody's African player of the year, hold on. Was he African player of the year last season?
Football.
No, hold on. Was he African player of the year last season? He was African player of the year just a few weeks ago. He just become that big player, and we're expecting him to deliver it.
It's true. We hear you, my brother.
But sorry. No, wait. But Abdul,
you're not even allowing me to conclude.
Wait, Abdul, I get what you said.
No, I don't want to criticize you. I don't want to have any form of criticism. I just want to interject with just brief points. Okay, so my critical comment is, or my most important comment is, if I have a question for Osimhen, okay, that big performance against Cameroon, where did it go to for the rest of the tournament? We didn't see that big performance again. And that was critical to how we were playing. That's why did that performance that disappeared after that game? You see, that's big game experience, because you should know you should be doing that. People will expect that every game, especially in a tournament like Afcon. That performance just disappeared. You know what I mean? So I can only reduce it down to experience, really.
But this is what I'm gonna say. I know it's his first tournament, and The reason this Afcon everybody was excited is because of his goals, because everybody was relying on him that Osimhen will provide us the goal we needed to score in terms of his output and his clinical aspects. And as much as this tournament for me it's been below par, I wouldn't criticize him that much, but he's been below par because he had his chances for me to score. Not apart from the final where we had nowhere to be found because he was isolated in the final. Apart from that, from the beginning of the tournament till the semi-final, he had his chances. He missed all those chances he had. So, like what you said, big game experience. But again, Drogba played in big games for the club level and international level. He did not win Afcon. He played 5 international for 5 Afcon. He did not win none of them.
That's not what we're talking about.
I'm not blaming
We're not
this.
talking about, no, hold on. We're not talking about winning anything, right? No, obviously we wanted to win. That's why I'm heavily disappointed. We're talking about report card at the end of the tournament. That's all. I'm not. No, I'm just. That's why I said let's talk tactics. Let's talk football. I'm not going after. I'm not trying to be critical or whatever. I'm just talking about overall report card.
Body of work.
Yeah, exactly, for the tournament. That's all.
I wanted, sorry, Blue, to cut you off.
Yeah.
I wanted to just clarify Abdul's thing. I just think there were chances, right? There were sometimes Osimhen didn't get the shot off due to his touch. That's my issue, Abdul. Yes, I agree. There were chances mostly with his head. I don't even think they were easy headers, by the way. Let me just say that. I don't think they were easy chances with his head. He did have a couple of headers that he missed.
Yes.
But there were chances, there were opportunities where he was through in on goal if he had a better first touch. And I think that was due to the emotion. Because what the coach was asking him to do on a game by game basis. And he did it I think he did it the best against Cameroon, which is what you said. I think that emotion played a lot into it. So I don't know if it was rushing or anything, but it happens.
I also think I said it to brothers in our last show. I also think even him coming to this Afcon, he's been injured, and I think he's been injected a little bit in terms of him coming to the Afcon.
I heard that as well.
That doesn't give him an excuse of not performing because he's not been fit for this tournament. I understand that, but again, I expect more from Osimhen.
You know what it is.
Last time I agree.
You know what it is. Is Osimhen, because of how strong this kid is, he likes to fight his way out of every situation. He likes to box his way out of every situation. He'd rather box his way and go get that goal, which is fantastic. But when that doesn't work sometimes, that's when you need to do the whole sidestepping thing. Like you just all of a sudden, like, I don't know why that's not part of his game. And that's what I feel in a game like today against Ivory Coast. He wanted to bully that boy. What's his name? Kusunu. Is it Kusunu?
Kusunu,
yeah. He wanted to bully Kusunu. He wanted to walk his, which was fantastic. Like, you can tell how much work he put in. But I think he could have done, because of how good he is with his footwork, I think he could have just sidestepped the guy instead. For me. Because Kusunu actually invited the physicality. Kusunu say, yo, let's ball.
And I think I don't like it's tough losing a final because
it's so painful, man.
It's very painful losing a final. But what kind of make me angry a little bit, not that much, is the manner we lost. We did not turn up, and that is what pissed me off. Is it the players? Is it what the money? Did they follow what the manager is saying?
No. We turned up, but these guys took we haven't seen this formation before. When you push a top class central midfielder in Frank Kessié, you push him to an auxiliary position in the wing. It changes the balance of your entire midfield
structure.
Yeah, it just makes it messes everything up.
But is it not funny that, in as much as we don't want to make it looks like we're critiquing our players, is it not funny that two of the goals they scored were actually from our mistakes?
Mistakes, yeah.
Like the first one, It was because there was no. The first one was a corner kick. It was because there was no marking on KCA.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second one, okay, you beat a player 1-on-1. That can happen. And then that goal that guy scored.
Sebastian Alley. And I blame.
He practically evaded our best player of the tournament.
Mhm.
He just evaded him. If you repeat that move 100 times, he will not score that goal. So it's quite funny that
No, but
the two goals we considered were actually from our mistakes in a way. You could say
Fine.
it's because of how we were playing, but it was still our own undoing. Really.
But again, you're absolutely spot on with that statement you made.
So what I'm trying to say is, it's not like their strategy was convincingly superior to ours.
No, but what you're missing is this. Apart from the fact that they scored those goals, which you're right were fluky goals, kind of fluky. They were bordering fluky goals. This was their best game of the tournament.
Yes,
By far.
by far.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, Abdul. Let's talk football. Forget everything. Let's talk football.
That is what made it painful to a lot of Nigerians. Because if this was, as we were saying earlier, if this was Senegal, Nigerians they would just
Listen, no. Stop that, Abdul. No. I don't think you know Nigeria. Anyway, you
Abdul,
say
because-
you don't.
Abdul, this is- no,
you don't know Nigeria
Abdul.
fans, bro.
No,
Final
no.
and final.
Final. It doesn't
What
matter
do
who
they
you
talk?
play.
It
Win.
doesn't matter who. Even if you can't go put, if you like, put anybody you put in the final, it is do or die. You
Yes, but
don't come with that. No.
but again,
Let's say
what-
don't say, eh?
mhm.
Mm.
No. Final.
Stop it, Blue Eyes. Stop it.
But Blue Eyes,
No.
but Blue Eyes, this is it.
If say waiting.
Yeah, but this is men and Blue Eyes.
Don't
This
say
is
that
me
loud.
watching
Final, that final.
Abdul, don't expose yourself like that.
because Blue Eyes, hold on, because I'm a little bit. I'm not that angry as I was in 20. In
Final,
Cameroon.
man.
Yeah, because we are in final, and I don't care we play the final. My expectation is you win it. That's me. But again, the manner we win that, because Abdul was like, it was our mistake. The first goal we considered that corner kick for me was on Kelvin Bassey. Why do you leave your man? Because in the first half, we're actually doing all the basic things.
He had a very below average game.
Because in the first half, all the corner kick they were taking, everything was out. Then the second half, we still stop. Why do you still stop? That was on Kelvin Bassey. The second goal they scored, Seydou Sanusi, you had the ball. Why are you chasing the ball to your position? Chase the ball out. That's number one. Number two, Olaino was completely dismantled. And again, I blame Afcon because as a defender, you have to cover up. You know he's going to cross that ball. Cover up for him. When you cover up for him, I don't think Sebastian Alley will be able to score that goal if you don't cover up for him. But again, I have to give Allah his credit. That's an instinct of a striker. I have to give him his credit. But again, Afcon, you should be able to cover it up for your defender. So it's like it's a defensive mismatch in terms of the way we considered. But I won't blame them too much because the majority of the players, some of them is their first Afcon final, and it's gonna hurt them a lot because they had the chance to win it. The goalkeeper of Ivory Coast only had one shot on target, and it was one goal. That was just pissed me off because why are we not shooting? You are the striker. Why are you not crossing to him? Lookman, beat your player, cross. Chukwueze, cross. Right wing back and left wing back. You have your chances. Cross. There's no crime in crossing. But you didn't even cross. How do you even pay me? You did not cross to your striker. Let everyone abuse Osimhen. He had his chance, he did not score. But this guy did not even see one chance to even trouble the goalkeeper. So it's a little bit, it's very difficult to analyze.
It's okay. You've done well, guys. You've done well.
Difficult to analyze. It is very, very difficult to analyze. But again, it is what it is. We lost. We move on to Cameroon next year. That's what. Morocco next year. That's what we can say. It's difficult to lose a final because we did everything we could be doing to win this final. But it's tough. But again, we move. I'm angry, but I'm not that too much angry. It happens. We just have to move on, man. The players need love, not don't criticize them too much. They need love, man. They need love, man. They need love. They need love. But if you start abusing them and criticizing them, now you're not helping them at all. You're not helping them. They've done very well. Nobody expected them to be in the final, including me. Nobody expected them to be in the final, but they're in the final. So I expect much love from them in when they get back to Lagos. That's what I'm expecting. When they get back to Lagos, much love. That's it.
Oh no, these are soldiers. These are our soldiers. We respect and appreciate. But we're just talking about the game today,
Mm-hmm.
and we're analyzing the
Mm-hmm.
game as fans,
Yeah.
and we're trying to look at what could have been. Like
Yeah.
you said, Abdullah, hindsight.
Yeah.
So again, man, I just think he got too comfortable with his tactics, and he didn't think about switching it up just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
He
But
brought. Go
but
ahead.
realize what has been working, you can't and I just say what has been working, you can't just break it down or just switch
No, but
around.
no, I'm saying in game. It's not. I'm not pre-game. In
Okay,
game. In
it can
game.
happen.
58 minutes, 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you make your strategic substitutions or whatever. If you don't make substitutions, at least switch it up.
Mm.
Switch it up. Chukwueze was doing nothing.
Take him off in this for me.
Take
He
him
could have
out.
put him off in the first half.
Bring in Al Hassan. Amplify your midfield.
You did like the Ian Nacho
Ihanacho, it took him a while to get going because
He brought him on late for me. They should have brought him on early.
yeah, exactly.
For me, instead of when we take
Wow.
off Chikwueze, for me, I would have expected him to bring on Ian Acho then. For
Not
me,
yet. Not at that time because the game was still 1-1.
yes. For me, I would have taken that risk. Why
No,
is because
not
Ian
at
Acho is
1-1.
more
No.
creative than
Not at
is more
1-1.
creative than Chikwueze for me.
Cool.
Ian Acho is more creative than Chikwueze for me.
But you remember you're trying to match what they're doing in midfield.
Yeah.
And if Luku is one guy that likes to run into midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're gonna have Luku, Al Hassan, Iwobi, and Onyeka.
Mm-hmm.
All in mid. You're gonna always have four, pushing. But he didn't think about that. He decided to just take Iwobi out
Mm-hmm.
and replace the tempo, the head of the orchestra, with a new head of orchestra. That's what he wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
which I respect. But it came back to explode in his face because nothing. No, the midfield just collapsed as a result. Like as soon as he did that, it just came crashing.
Fair enough. Juwan, we have lost to.
Oh,
Juwan is here. Chai.
let me even just start. Hey, Abdullahi, is it
Yes,
that
boss.
just the last 2 minutes I just let us not criticize these guys. Fire did my eyes like this. Fire, you know what? Look me as I did like this. I have. If you say there are some guys that played that game today that if they say they supposed if you know what they call Koboko, they supposed just lay them flat naked, make them beat them Koboko. Let me start from the back. I'm not even starting from the back. We don't have a midfield. Let me call out one guy on red block that played in that midfield. Sorry, I want to do a little bit of venting. I'm sorry because
let it out, Papa. Let it out.
I can't put it in my belly.
Let it out. Just let it out.
Alex Iwobi. Eh? You should be playing in Division Q. I'm being honest. This guy has 2 left foot. What? Osimhen was just feeding us crumbs, and he didn't have any chance. And I'm like, you are the creative peck we have in the midfield. This guy was drained. They just bully this guy. This guy just come up for him mama belly or something. He don't play. He plays shit. And I'm like, he just allowed the Onyeka to just start doing his own job and everything, just doing 2-man job. I'm like, this guy did absolutely nothing. I don't think he had a shot on target. True start. Let me start from our keeper. Nwabali has been good all through the tournament. He kept saves today and all that. For the first goal, he lose guard a bit. The guy lose.
Even the second goal. Even the second
Yeah,
goal.
the first goal, I feel he should have had a hand to it, but when he came out like that, True Second should be in that. He scored. True Second scored the goal. It should be be by the post to just clear any goal that is coming in on the board. Both of them were just coming out, and they know Kessie likes to do that kind of hanging out on the hanging out at the back, which was what happened. And man, today Hola and Bassi. Now I see why.
Nah.
Now I see why. I mean, they thought they make Chelsea go sign. I said I want sign Hola and I beg maybe not stay your.
Hola, man! I was shocked.
Do you think it was done after the pen?
All I know was just shaking. The guy was shaking. I said,
I said, see Hola this year. I was surprised.
Do you think the penalty? Do you think the penalty misdid it? Blue Eyes.
Yeah, the Kabibasi that played today was the Kabibasi of Fulham. Was the Kabibasi of
you're right.
I don't know. Ajax.
I don't know what happened to Ola. Ola was scared though.
It's the pen. It's the pen. It was the pen. It was the pen. It was the pen.
I'm like, no, you can't have this kind of energy now. No.
It was the pen, Blue Eyes. It was the pen, miss.
You guys, you know what I was just reading? I'm like, how can you come this far to just don't bother to make it to the final if you are going to give us a stinking performance in the final, for crying out loud? This is nothing to write home about. They dominated us in possession in every sense of the way. We could not create comedy pass 10 passes just aligned. Everything was just messed up. Everything was messed up. I don't think we had like a clear cut chance that okay, the goal was a set piece. They had a set piece goal. And the second goal, oh my god, True Second, you've been our player of the tournament.
Yeah, but what are you doing there? Good eyes. You get eye, my brother. You get eye. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I said too.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, I saw it, I was like, and I'm like, how did this Blue Eyes, I beg, go please, I beg you. I mean, what did they call one I don't want to call this thing. What do they call the craze for Hausa? I beg, help me.
Oh, how can she? How can
she? Wallahi. Because I'm like, this guy is so dumb. Like, no brain. No. At this point, I was like, probably Bright should have played this final. This guy,
I wish Bright played.
He contributed nothing on the left. And Posero, me at this point, outside Posero had won this thing. Okay, he had the chance. At this point, it's time to let go. That the way behind they work with that. Sometimes if you do something for me, you don't click. He was a man that was on one foot before. Now, what is supposed to do? We say, okay, we just look at you. Now you don't fuck everything up. So pass the back door and run. Then we don't catch you. Yeah, so
you don't want Pasero.
No, Pasero, make him sign that document. This up now. Make them find him money. Make him move. Make him bounce this up. No.
I want the guy. I want Pasero.
It was okay, but when I saw the starting, when it's okay, but he messed up this particular game.
He did.
Why are you starting Chukwueze for crying out loud?
Yeah.
Why are you starting?
And he should have figured that it's not working and taking him out.
When I saw Chukwueze, I said Chukwueze that doesn't know. When we're out of possession, when we're out of possession, the ball is not in our possession and we don't have it playing. How can you track back? This guy doesn't track back. He was just aligned. Osimhen was telling him push, nothing. He wasn't contributing anything. Osimhen was just lifeless in the front line there.
Yeah,
it's not that
but I remember how many passes. Remember how many passes Chukwueze gave Osimhen in how many games?
Yeah, I'm like, Osimhen, they were just isolating the guy today. If I come and say that, Osimhen has had a very good tournament, truly. Everything that he seems to go. If he score like this, they cancel the goal. If Osimhen is not offside, if the goal will score, they will cancel him or something. It's been a dreadful tournament for Osimhen. Let's be factual.
We have suffered, man. We have suffered.
Let's be
but if we take this team, let me tell you something right now. If we take this team mistakenly to the World Cup, We have a
Yeah.
chance to go to at least second round, third round.
Yeah, no. We'll make World Cup. We'll go second round and all that.
You think so?
But Boniface, yeah, we'll do well. But I don't know if
Oh
it's
yeah,
going to be under
Boniface.
this.
That's true.
Yeah, Boniface will be back. All those things. Our wingers today. Lookman has been our player. He did well
He
today. He
didn't
was
do
off the
anything
off the
today.
pace.
He didn't do.
off
He was
the
off
pace.
the boil. Thank you.
Was off the boy. And I won't blame him. Who they play for? Who they play for that left back? Now
Lookman
the
tried
guy
his
they
best,
train the
man.
guy.
Exactly. The guy
The
tried,
guy they
man.
train the guy. I'm like, you had Zaidu and Lookman. Oh, pass ball. They will just pass sideways passes, backward passes, and I'm like, what's going on?
But
But
again,
they are
you know,
now
this is my problem because we had wingers and a wing back. You have a striker crossing the ball. Is it a crime?
See, I don't think
Because what pisses me off is from the beginning of
only until when
tournament,
Iheanacho-
you know,
only
from
until
the
when
beginning of
Iheanacho-
from the beginning of tournament to the semi-final, you were crossing to Osimhen. You were crossing to him. Yes, he's not scoring, but he's heading the ball. In this final, why are you not crossing the ball? Why?
let me tell you. Let me summarize what happened to the boys today before I continue. They bowed to that pressure. They bowed to the pressure. The occasion got to them. 60,000 fans. 60,000 fans. They shine their eye. I thought they like this. They everything. They shake. And that's which is what our they, like the way they started the game. They started okay. Ruffling the players, all those things. But they allowed that pressure to get to them. They allowed the occasion. They played the occasion and not the match.
As soon as I looked when I saw camera on Olaino's face, I'm like, child.
Yeah, they played the occasion and not the match. Even though it's their first Afcon, I'm like the one who played man now when they show Kano face. Oh my God.
I know went from dancing to crying.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tough day. It was a tough day, man.
It was a tough day.
Last time, yeah, I don't know why.
Everybody that has risen to the occasion to the final were just 2 over 10. We're 2 over 10, unfortunately. The only person that I know that Mwabali, I can still give me probably 5. If I'm going to give out of 10. Trustekon with the goal, maybe I'll give 6. But aside that, it cost the goal, it scored the goal.
Yeah.
Aside that, yeah, if there's something I can give, if there's something that can be more than minus, that guy in midfield with dreadlock, that fashion designer, when they play for our midfield.
So, Jumo, if you let go of Paseron, who do you bring in? Because next year is an Afcon.
What a pity you. What a pity, my
guy. Who do you bring in? Because we play Afcon next time. So, Jumo, now you let go of Paseron. Who do you bring in?
I'm just thinking, can't Amunike coach this team or something? Or I don't know. I'm just thinking of. I don't want any foreign coach.
So you prefer a local coach?
Yeah, a local coach. He has to be. He has to be. Don't be local coach. Win this thing for Ivory Coast.
Nah, but for me, the judge for me is my pick. But is the national coach?
Didn't we have a local coach?
But the problem is no. The judge for me, I would have preferred to be the judge. But judge is the Wimba national team coach.
Abdullah, did we not have Augustine Guavon like?
Excuse me?
Abdul too much politics. That's
the problem now. That's the problem. That's why people prefer the foreign coach, because it's more or less like a neutral hand. You know what I mean? It's a neutral hand. He's just,
if you had won this thing, if you had won, I'm like, and again, it just made me. Some players, we have players. Everybody, I know they are fighting for their account, but it's not. Let's look at South Africa, for example. I know we defeated them, all those things. Isn't it high time for us to, okay, we have international players, all those things. Isn't it high time we look at players that, guys we say, they never, if they want to play it, they want to kill themselves on the pitch. When we say they never taste that fame, when we say, their blood see the hot. If they did for pitch like this, if they don't win, like, these guys are I mix it up. very well. He doesn't have to even look at the guys that are just hungry. Like if you see this guy, they, so far they bite him, but now I will play this ball to save my life. It's not high time we start looking at that aspect in terms of our football.
But this is the dilemma the NFF will have now, because the expectation was for Pasero to get into the semi-final, then they will reveal his contract going forward. Now it's made the final, it's lost. Do they renew his contract for Morocco next year, or they let him go? That's what the big question is. Because the fan base will be hungry.
I don't know if I don't know, qualifiers we have qualified. If it's the qualifiers is looking shaky.
But the problem is the qualifier for Nations Cup doesn't start until September.
There's another Nations Cup next year.
In next year, there's Morocco next year.
This was the best. Well, we can't say, Sha. We can't say. We can't just call it what the future is, because I'm just like.
But this is the Morocco doesn't start next year. Afcon next year is Morocco 2025, but the Nations Cup qualifiers start in September this year. So what do they do? Do they because they still have to do the group stage in June, July, where we have to know who people will gonna play in the group stage,
and they'll almost be playing it. Is there anything about World Cup?
Yes, the World Cup qualifiers will also be played also too in between that. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's 2 matches in June. 2 matches in June, South Africa and I think Lesotho, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Then in September there is another World Cup qualifier also too. So the World Cup qualifier finished in October 2025.
If they want to hold on to him till that June, anything we saw for that game, there is nothing more than a positive result. If they want to hold on to him, they have to just.
But the problem is, if they let him go now, will I be shocked? No. But they wouldn't be shocked.
I want him gone now, because if you had won the stuff, it's not that if you had won it, don't be saying they using 2 leg stand before. We just if you win them, we just give you a chance. We will see. Just your tactics throughout the tournament has been okay and all that. But man, today I was vexed a bit, but I was just disappointed. I'm like, how can you do that much of a good job and just get to the fight? It just be like boxer where they fight from this thing from round 1 to 11. They win small. You now reach maybe round 7, it's around 8. You just lie down flat. Then your opponent knock him out like 4 times.
Because it's a very, very difficult situation to be as an NFF now, because they will have to make a decision with him in terms of going forward. Do they keep him? Do they let him go? And if you let him go, who do you bring in? Do you bring in Eguavon, or you bring? They don't
want to allow any of this our ex players to.
The problem is, the problem is politics. Because if you allow them to him, those people have voice. They will speak out.
Is this fake guy not the ex player? The fake guy.
He played in the last. He won the last Nations Cup with them. He was in when Kolotuga and Yaya played. He was the defender for them. He was former defender. MS5. He was former defender for Ivory Coast. He won the 2020, I believe, 2015 Nations Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you serious?
Yes, he played under who was this coach? What's his name of this? Ivory Renard. Ivory Renard was the coach of Ivory Coast when they won the Afcon. So the defender was MS Fear. He was one that, if you remember, there was a cross that won Africa, that won Ivory Coast the Nations Cup final. It was the defender that had the final cross that won them the Afcon. He was a former player. He was a defender. So he was a defender. He's a former player. So he was part of the assistant coaches. So that was why I'll prefer, for me, if they let go of Pasero, bring in Finidi George. That's who my choice is. I don't want Amunike. I want George. Finidi George is the man. Just bring him in.
Finidi George is he the assistant coach?
Yeah, he's the assistant. He's the coach of a Enyimba national team.
If you ask him Nigerian national team or Enyimba, he has to choose the Nigerian national team. Let's give him another hand. A local our very own Stevie Keshi won it for us. So we don't know if I say We don't feel win another with any foreign this thing because
I don't like the foreign coach. I would prefer the
I don't
way
like
I want.
and this foreign coach, they run us to the ground. The amount of money they are being paid
Yes, yes.
is crazy. If they ask this man,
But
how
the
much
only
did they,
funny
how much
part,
did
at
they owe us?
least you see the Senegal coach, he's been held for like a Senegalese president owed him for like a year. I saw the report. He's not been paid money for a year. Now he's resigned after 7 years in national team. He resigned. He said he doesn't want to coach anymore. So for Morocco next year now, Alonso will not be the coach. He's resigned for them.
Yeah, and let me touch on. Let me touch on Osimhen. I know you didn't create chance.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't create chance for him. All those things. Osimhen, I was watching Alan yesterday. Alan scored 2 goals yesterday. Osimhen needs to do a bit of refining on his game as well. It's sad to say, but he has to refine his game as well, one way or the other. Throughout this tournament now, he has been exposed to us on one or two. We don't know if he's off form. We can't say he's off form. Is if we're talking about in terms of the passion for the game, him tracking back everything that he does, fine. But there's something that he lacks. It's clinical. I don't know if should we say he's off form, should we say he's this thing, but there's
I
something that he
think
lacks.
because
The reason why I'm saying it, the reason why I'm saying it is because because of you people.
yes,
I
the
don't want
amount
to
of
start.
love we have for
I
him.
don't want to start hearing story that touch the hearts from Chelsea fans. I like Osimhen and all that. We don't want to hear that story. You know, I can't say Osimhen. I want him to come to Chelsea. I will leave it at that. You know, and I know Blue Eyes want him to come to Chelsea as well. Blue Eyes is his favorite fan, just like you, Abdullahi. You know, so I just feel there's a little bit of refining that he needs to do. He's a top class striker. Probably he's going to
But
be your next. Going to
because
be your next Pogba and all
because
that.
this is this is it now, Juwon.
Yeah.
I understand the way because the way Osimhen plays is different than
But
the
do you
way.
believe he has had a terrible tournament?
Yes, he had a
No,
terrible season. I also think
you wanted me to ask one question.
I do it. I also think for me, it might be harsh to do it for me. Osimhen has been. I think he's not been fit enough to start this tournament, and I won't start.
If you guys are going to sign him, you better have a lot of creators. That's all I can say. But Abdul, you want to ask?
Yeah, I want to ask one question. You see that performance against Cameroon?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did that performance go to after that game?
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
Because even people were saying it's because of how he was performing that we're allowing all our other 4 players to actually flourish.
Yeah,
That performance,
the way he was doing.
that performance totally died in the final. Like there was
died
no
in the
trace.
final.
There was
Yeah,
no
there was
trace
no
of it.
trace of it.
Did somebody
It wasn't-
tell him? Did somebody
Yeah.
instruct him to
He
stop
was
pressing
getting
like that?
he was getting offended easily. As I was saying, no go collect a card though. No key game for us. The way he go land the game.
Did somebody instruct him to stop pressing like that, or he couldn't just sustain that level of performance?
There was just something off. There was just something off for
You
me.
see, if he had carried on like that, man, I would be shocked if we didn't win the trophy.
The way he was
or-
pressurizing. Yeah.
Because he's the trigger point. He's the trigger point. It's when he start pressing that others start like pushing up with him.
Yeah.
You get it? So all that pressure our defense was getting, if he was pressing, then we start moving forward.
Exactly.
Okay, then you don't allow those people the initiative to just do anything they want.
I don't know if he was carrying a knock. I don't know if it was.
Yes, he has not been fit from. No,
it was his abdomen. It was abdomen.
Exactly. Is it that abdomen injury?
Yes, abdomen injury. Yes, he's been having that injury
scared?
from. He's been having that injury before the tournament starts.
And if he's not fit, let Teramafi play.
Exactly. That's my problem. Why is he starting? That's on the coach. Why are you starting him?
That's why I said the man keep this game.
Exactly. Why? If you know he has an abdomen problem, put him on the bench. Bring him on in the second half.
But you know, problem. Nigerians will never want to.
No. So you have to let the fans know.
If Osimhen get one leg, one eye, you don't get one eye. Like
I understand that, but you have to let the fans know he's injured. I'm trying to manage this man. Let them know. Open up to them. The fans are not dumb enough. They will not accept because they will know he's injured. it's not good. It's not like it's not fitting. They will understand.
You understand?
They will understand because the fans are not dumb. They are not dumb. You tell them he has an abdominal problem. I can't risk him. It's my
Today, Osimhen made me to start missing Boniface. It has never happened throughout the tournament. I was like, God, why?
But the thing is, if he's carrying injury, which maybe we saw signs of it against Angola, maybe he's having stomach muscle
yes, an abdominal problem. Yes.
If he is carrying that injury, okay, and he cannot press like that, okay, because his lack of pressing actually affected our game seriously.
And
if you can't do that, if you tell Murphy, you see as Osimhen they press, we want you to press like that. Even if he doesn't press to that level, he will be able to press where we will not have to absorb as much pressure as we are absorbing.
Yeah,
because that's what killed that defense.
In the second half, our defense were just
pressure.
Yeah, the defense was under serious pressure.
I'm not saying Murphy can pressure like that. Yeah. Okay, but if he's able to pressure maybe 70% of Osimhen, okay, that would be better than having zero press, which Osimhen couldn't do.
Today it wasn't pressing. It was just like strolling and all that. And the guy, I just can't get.
If you look at it, especially in that Cameroon game, is when he starts pressing that people like Lukman, they start following him.
Yeah.
So it's more or less like some kind of leadership kind of thing as well. It's more or less like it's a trigger. Once he starts running, then you see Simon start running, following him behind. Then you
Simon
see start moving forward a bit.
Simon too came on like he started to do like he started challenging his inner rhyme Sterling and all that. I'm like, what's all this kind of like which kind nonsense be this? You know, they've tried throughout the tournament and all this. I'm just disappointed a bit in the way they just messed up this final.
Okay,
the effort wasn't that day.
Going forward now in Morocco now, what next? What do we do next in Morocco?
What next? Oh my God, let me start by saying this. We need to reset that squad. I'm sorry. We need to reset that squad. We cannot line up with this same squad at World Cup. Talk less of next year Afcon. Some people need to bounce. When I mean bounce, they need to bounce. I know that maybe Musa is off. We don't know. Maybe he's off.
So is it bounce as because you think we have better alternative, or bounce because you prefer?
Not that I prefer. I just feel that there might be other alternatives. I just feel that there might be other people that can do better. We don't have a creator for crying out loud, guys. We don't have a creator. It's like we don't have any. It's like we don't have any creator in our local league. If we don't have any midfielder in Europe, it's like we don't have any attacking midfielder that we can find that can create.
We have a very easy, but it's not gonna come in. So
it doesn't. I don't know. I don't think it has to be all this fancy. There's a midfielder. There's people. We don't they know they play midfield for our league or something.
But you know, the problem is that Nigeria there's politics in the national team.
That's what I'm saying.
There's politics.
Go and get an attacking midfielder.
Yeah,
it's as simple as
currently,
midfield, we don't have a midfield.
No, currently it seems currently, Juan, it looks like our three best midfielders are Iwobi and Hassan and Onyeka.
I might not see Iwobi at the next Afcon. Talk less of
No. What I'm saying is, yeah, I'm not. Let's leave preference aside. I'm saying, looking at it from the squad, it looks like those are our number 3 defenders, top defenders. I'm saying, okay. So if we are to remove any of them, who are we going to find? Who are we going to bring in?
You mean in midfield? Our midfielders?
Yeah, like those are our 3 best midfielders at the moment. Okay, I can't think about any other midfielder that is out there that can directly replace.
Is Tella a winger or is a midfielder?
Is a winger. Tella is a winger.
Who?
Okay.
Tella.
Who's Tella?
Tella, Leverkusen player
from Southampton.
No, from Leverkusen. Yeah.
No, but he went Leverkusen from Southampton now.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a winger now.
He's a
Or is
winger.
he even a defender? But
No.
he's not a central midfielder, Sha.
We need
Let me
central
let me read
But do you understand what you're saying? Because to me, going forward, even if we want to organize this squad next month, I don't want to see Aribo again.
Yeah,
At
no,
all.
I agree.
I don't think
Last line said,
Is that am I gonna even go to that one because
see,
I really
last line said,
what?
hasn't the nation tax will be heavy for Morocco. Their fans are crazy.
That's
to
why
the
I don't want to. I
Doesn't
don't want to
matter,
start
man.
losing hope. I don't want to start losing hope on that next year Afcon.
The last three edition has been won by local coach, I believe. Yes,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. Every country is different.
Last line said, "Is that stomach issue for Victor a real issue? I'm just finding a way to make an excuse." No. It's a real issue. Before the tournament started, he has a stomach issue, but they believe it's not something that can stop him from playing. So he played. If you remember, every matches he played in this tournament, he has been falling down. He's been falling down. He stand up again, he play. He fall down, he stand up again. I'm like, Osimhen, they are not fit enough to play this tournament. They might not. That's why I'm looking at the coach and the organization. So Duke Umar was injured. He went to Real Sociedad. The next match, he was on the squad. I'm like, what is going on with our national team and the doctor? If a player is injured,
but Abdullah, these people, do you want, listen to this, okay? Did these people play psychological politics on Osimhen? Because after that Cameroon performance, non-Nigerians started criticizing him. They say that was when they tested him.
Yes.
What he did was unnatural.
Yes.
They said, is he older than he claimed? Because how can he have that kind of strength to run like that?
I think that thing too happened. I'm not gonna lie.
He did all these things like play psychological politics on his head or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They found a way to just throw him off the edge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but this comes with the territory. When you are a big player, this comes with the territory. They're going to even tell you like your mother is not your mother.
I agree. Tayo said, I think cooked. Osimhen is good, but for his own good, don't come to Chelsea. Ivan Toney is better. I don't even want Ivan Toney on my team. Stop. I've been waiting. Get that guy.
Come on, man.
Boniface with Chelsea star is current for than Osimhen. Nigeria coach is a Mourinho 2.0. Very, very defensive.
But the thing is, right? I do respect you guys' opinion, but somehow I prefer that boy that we have there. Murphy. I prefer Murphy to Boniface. Honestly.
Boniface, we have Boniface. See, that's why I say we are looking good. Our strike force, we have Boniface. We have Awoni.
For me, I have no problem with our team. But my problem is
we have Awoni.
But what I think my issue with this national team for me, number one is coaching. And I think there's politics in this coaching stuff. That's number one. Number two is we need to look into the national team in terms of the local team. We can have more players in the midfielder because when I look at the squad, we have more attacker, more defender, more winger, but less midfielder. And I'm asking myself, why? Why? Because believe me, Abdul, the next qualifying match is in June against South Africa. Believe me, when the squad come out, we're gonna come back here and say the same thing again. When the squad come out, we'll say the same thing again. Yes, we have been playing a back three, but again, has there been any direction in this back three for me? Let's talk football now. Has there been any improvement? No.
No. But Abdullah, okay. Minus this tournament, minus final. What was the narrative? The narrative was you can't score against Nigeria. You can't create chances against Nigeria.
Yes.
The keeper doesn't make save. So you cannot say their adjustment hasn't been effective or doesn't have its own process.
But
when you start joining this final that then you start saying, you change the story a bit.
But Abdul, what pisses me off is, yes, is a final. You can't get dressed like that in the final. I'm not. That makes me hungry. That makes me look dumb. It's a final.
So the thing is, we need to ask why.
Yeah, that's
Because
the question. Why?
Me already, I've seen that the mental energy had dropped a bit, especially against South Africa in the semi-final. And another thing is, playing 120 minutes in the semi-final, did it affect us to some extent in this final? I don't know.
I don't even want us to give excuse on any of those things.
Psychologically, were they a bit tired?
It's a final. You are looking at the cup, all those things. You know, you're trying to win for your country. All those things.
Because the thing is, okay, the way I'm looking at it is, I'll be like, you see this tournament. If we rewind the tournament and play it over and over again 100 times, Nigerians are capable of having the same outcome every time if you keep replaying this tournament. Because what we were doing, especially from that second game, was so effective. It was predictable, but it was so effective. Nobody could break us down. It was like
if we had equalized, we would have probably won the cup, but because that would have dampened them. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And again,
I think
conceding that goal.
No, the problem is, I think, like what you said, the ovation get into these players where they lost their head. That's number one.
Their first time playing a final. Many of them have never played final before.
Yes, it's their first time, and I think this will be a lesson for them going into next year Nations Cup for me in Morocco. It will be a lesson for them.
The Senegal lose in the. I don't know. I don't want to get.
Yes, Senegal lost in the final before they won it last time. They lost against Egypt. In 2000 and I believe I've forgotten. They lost the first final and they won it back the second year again.
Another team, Abdullah is.
At least he lost against Egypt and he won it back in the last. He lost the official final that year. Then the following year he won it against Egypt.
Abdullah, another thing is this is the first time in the national team, especially in a major tournament, where we have 50% foreign-based Nigerians and 50% Nigerians from Nigeria, and then playing up until the final. Could that have an impact?
It's possible.
You know what I mean? Because if you look at the team, like 50% of them are like foreign-based Nigerians. This is the first time we're having that in the national team. Most of the time it's just like maybe like 2 or 3, But this is the very first time, really.
Okay, but because this is me now looking at the team, sitting down and analyzing what is needed to be done. I think Pasego needs to go. That's me talking. That's number one. Number two is, with their sacking is a big question because Nigeria is all about politics. There's a lot of politics in this national team.
Yeah,
like,
but Pasero needs to go. Is that your emotions or your sentiments?
Okay.
Or
it's
your
not your
football,
sentiment, right?
You're still sad. You're angry.
No. I think the reason I said Pasero needs to go is I look at the overall.
No. If I tell you, if I ask you why, you don't have a reason.
Okay, I'm going to give you a reason.
The reason I believe final.
The reason I believe he should go is, firstly, it starts with the management of the squad in terms of how we manage the squad. I always say them, I don't care if you're a big player. He knows he's the manager. He knows, even as a fan, I know.
Yeah.
Some of the players are not fit enough to start or play in this tournament. E.g.
Absolutely.
Wait. Osimhen has even Napoli even said that Napoli gave him a month rest because they were noticing an injury and they told him he should not play Napoli match. He should just go to Afcon. They will get to Afcon.
How do you know Osimhen is not 100% now?
I said it before tournaments. I go back to the video. I said it. I said Osimhen is not fit to start this tournament. Why? Because he's been injured.
No. Is he not fit to start, or he's not 100%?
For me, he's been having an abdominal problem. It's not 100% fit to start.
Hold on. Because most of the time, as a sports person, okay, And if you ask people who are like professional sports, they'll say you are hardly 100% most of the time. Like most of the time of your career, you are not going to be 100%.
Yes.
Most of the time, you'll be available to participate,
Yes.
to compete. Okay. So are you saying he's not available to compete, or he's just not 100%?
I think
Because
it's not for me.
if you remove today's game, he has not played like somebody who is not available to
No.
start a game.
If I remove today's game from the beginning of the tournament, Osimhen is not 100% fit to start the tournament for me as a number 9.
I don't know where you get that from.
I'll tell you the reason. The reason is he has been injured, and he's been for me. Number one, he's injured, which I know that he's injured. But if I'm looking at the coach, that when a player like that, a big name player like that is injured, you have to make a statement and tell the fan, this man is injured. I can't keep starting him because it might get to a stage where I will have to put him on the bench and play someone I believe will give me someone. Now I'll bring him Osimhen, because it's like, yes, he's the African Footballer of the Year, but you are forcing him to play where I know he's not been fit enough to play this tournament. Osimhen is not the Osimhen I know in Napoli, because when he's fit.
So what about those players that used to take injections to play games?
Yes, I know that, but this injection has a repercussion, though. You know that.
No, but are those players fit enough to start?
No.
But they still take injections.
Yes, that's why I said they injected him to play in this tournament.
They still play. And they still play and they still perform.
Yes.
So players like that, they might not be 100%, but they're still fit enough to start a game and play a game.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just like, if you're not fit,
I can't hear you.
That could have an effect. That could have an effect on the players.
Because Joanna, I don't know if you guys notice it, from the beginning of the tournament till now, when Osimhen plays, watch him, he's always falling down every time.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time they'll bring the medical stuff. What is going on with Osimhen? They'll take him out. And I was looking at Posari that this man is not 100% fit. Why are you starting him every match?
I think they forced him on today.
They forced him to start this tournament. They forced him to play this tournament.
So Onyeka, you know that guy in our midfield, Onyeka?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you notice, anytime he plays, he wears a bandage on his left hand.
Yes.
Why does he always wear that bandage? He said once he was playing and he fell on his left wrist. Okay, and he damaged it. And ever since then, anytime he's playing and he's running, and he doesn't bandage the hand, okay, he has pains in his left wrist. Does that mean he's going to be playing?
Maybe not.
He might not be 100%, but he's still fit enough to compete, to perform.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you got this. Osimhen is not fit enough.
What I mean is, Abdul, what I mean is, he has this abdominal problem he's been having in this tournament. He's been having the abdominal problem in Napoli too. That was when Napoli released him a month before the tournament. They released him. He was omitted from the national team and from the Napoli squad a month before. It was released in December, before the tournament started in January. It was released December 11th. That was when they released Osimhen from the Napoli team. And the Laurentiis came out and said Osimhen is having a problem with the abdominal problem. I'm like, why is Osimhen having an abdominal problem before the tournament starts? Like, if you remember, he came late to the national team squad before they traveled to Cote d'Ivoire. He came late. It was his last player to come to the national team late. He didn't come them first. He came late. And people were like, why was Osimhen coming late to the national team? Why was he coming late? So I'm looking at the money. I'm like, if a player like that is having a problem, you don't risk him for a tournament like this. You put him on the bench. You manage him. It's a player that you manage. He wants to play, but you have to have an honest and hard conversation with him. Built up. We are managing you because there is a problem. We don't deem you fit enough to start. You will come in and you will impact us going forward. But when we show you are fit enough to start, we will start you. You manage a player like that because you know that a player like them, when it's 100% fit, it will give you exactly what you wanted. And I said this when in the video, go back and check. Osimhen is not fit enough to start this tournament. He's been having a problem with his abdominal. Why are you taking a risk on him in a big tournament like this? Why? So it's weird. Though. It's weird.
Okay, for what other reasons will you say you want to remove or you want to replace Pesero? Which other
I
reason?
I still think for me, I believe when I before the Afcon though, the qualifying matches, both the Nations Cup and the friendly we've been playing, I have not been impressed despite the amount of player we have because I expect us to be doing much better. So I've already wanted him to go on even before Afcon started. But
Yeah,
when
no. We all wanted him to leave before
yes,
Afcon,
mm-hmm.
okay? But
But
Afcon is bigger
He
than
just wanted to hold on to
all
him.
the but Afcon is bigger than all the other games he's played put
yes,
together.
yes,
Okay. So I can only judge him on the most important games he's played.
I agree. And that's
So
what I said. That's why I
I
said
don't know.
going forward in Morocco, it will not be nice enough to let him be the manager because this is gonna be what NFF is gonna do. His contract already run out. Would they let him go or would they renew
Abdullah,
it?
you just don't like the guy. You just
No,
don't
no,
want
no,
the
it's
guy.
not. Abdul, it's not
Okay.
about like no.
Just say
Oluwa,
you don't like
Oluwa,
him or you don't like
Abdul,
his style
it's
of
not
play
about.
or
It's not about.
something.
No, it's
But
not about
don't
not
try
like
to
him.
like justify it with the reasons that are not there, the
No,
excuses
no,
that
no.
are not
It's not
there.
about. It's not about not
You
liking
know.
Pasego. What I mean is,
No,
what I mean.
no, it's okay if you don't like his style, you know.
I think he's just
But
sometimes it's sometimes
it
out
doesn't
of
mean
his
that I'm not saying
it's
you don't
sometimes
like
out
him
of his
exactly.
depth.
Maybe you don't like his style or you don't like his style
It's
of
out of
football
his depth
or you
sometimes.
prefer sometimes, that's fine. But you can't just, reasons that are not really legit and say, oh, God, because of that, you're not supposed to like every coach or every coach's style. That's fine. Okay. But me, I didn't like him. I didn't like his style before this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've experienced in this tournament, okay, I would say logically he's earned the right to at least manage till the next
Afcon.
AFCON, except maybe he doesn't want to stay, or maybe the players don't want him, or maybe the administrators cannot afford to retain him. But based on what he's done, his work that is done, I have no excuse against the work he's done. What excuse do I have? And I bet you, okay, I guarantee you, if you remove him now, okay, in the next 3 months, another African country is going to hire him
Yeah.
because you should hear before today's final, you should hear what other African analysts and commentators were saying about Nigerian national team and him in particular. You should hear what the Ghanaians were saying. You should hear what the Ivorians were saying, or maybe the South Africans were saying. So, in as much you might be angry or you don't appreciate him,
Mm-hmm.
a whole more people appreciate him based in this from this tournament than those that don't appreciate him. So, you know, if he goes, he goes. But I don't see any reason why we should actually change him really, except we are looking at other things, or maybe there's other things.
It's tough to analyze because it's a final where I expected to turn on. But again, it is what it is. The next one is now next year's 2025 is in Morocco. We now have an ambition, go there and win it. No excuse because the experience this year will propel us for next year. I don't like to do this because Senegal was in this situation we had where they lost that AFCON. The following year they went in Cameroon and they won it in Cameroon. So it might be that year where the same thing might happen to Nigeria where we lost it this year and we go to Morocco and bring them back home to Lagos and Morocco. We'll see. We will see. We'll see. But I still prefer a local coach than this European coach for me though.
Oh please, man, what's Lukaku going to give you Niger? They're not going to give you anything apart from
But,
politics
but
and
there's politics.
headache
There's
and,
politics.
politics, headache, complain, excuses, people not wanting to do their job properly, people influencing them, and
Mm-hmm.
all these kinds. Like, football is too critical and too important.
Yeah, it
We
is.
should start the preparation from now, and we should be serious at it. Not we shouldn't start joking around. We should start preparation from now. We only have 1 year. Now,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and start now
No, yeah.
and let's be serious at this. Let's start taking serious decisions and
Mm-hmm.
doing serious things from now about the next AFCON we shouldn't play
because
around about it.
because it's gonna be difficult to win it in Morocco. I don't think Morocco will win it, but it's gonna be difficult in Morocco next year
Yeah,
because
but if we start the preparation from now, then we won't make it difficult for ourselves.
yes, I agree.
Let's start the preparation from now. Now, let's start looking for players that will replace the ones we want to weed out. Because there are some players, based on what I see, I don't think we should keep them in shirt anymore. I don't think we should keep them in shirt anymore. I don't think we should give people like Ozo the shirt anymore.
Absolutely.
I don't think we should keep people like Aribo the shirt anymore.
That
Okay.
man is a disgrace to national team. It's a disgrace.
Ahmed Musa can still be there because Ahmed Musa is Ahmed Musa, But then people like Kenneth,
Romero,
we should start looking for serious alternative. And those that we want that are not part of this team, maybe that belong to other nationals that we can attract. Let's go quickly attract them now. Don't go attract them like 2 weeks to the game.
it doesn't make any sense.
So that we are sure they want to represent us, not that like we are begging them. Let's go find people that we know they can add to us again. Let's start doing things seriously. We have no excuse not to do things seriously. We only have like 1 year, if not even. This is February. We practically have like less than 1 year, because if the Afcon is January,
Yes.
then we have less
We
than.
we only have 1 year because next year is
than 1
2025. So
Exactly.
I think they have till this December to figure out the bullshit they want to figure out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If the next Afcon is January, then we have less than 1 year.
Yeah.
So we have to start getting serious about it.
Yeah, we have to because
let's not go about playing all these.
I don't think they will host it in June, July. June, July is a FIFA Club World Cup. Club wants to play FIFA Club World Cup, so I don't know. It's gonna be difficult to host a Nations Cup in June, July when there's Club World Cup, and every season starts in August. Are you gonna host it July, August, where the tournament starts in August? It's gonna be difficult to do. That one I'm confused about. Are you hosting in July, August, where EPL, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga start in August? It's complicated.
I think that would be too difficult to arrange. That would be like very difficult to arrange.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to arrange. They have to just put it in January, February. That's better.
Let them just allow them to do it in their January.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've planned for January. So
yeah.
Let them just leave it to January. Let's enjoy our January Afcon. Most of the players are going to be away for like 2-3 weeks anyway. So it's only when you start getting to the semi-finals and things like that you're going to stay longer. Most of those players
when the player get back to Lagos tomorrow, please, no bashing, no abusing, just appreciate
are they even going back to Lagos, or they're just going back to their base?
They're going back to Abuja. They'll go back to Abuja about their base.
Sorry?
They need to go back home first.
They'll go back home first before going back to the national, before their club football.
No, because what I'm saying is we're at the middle of the season. I don't think they have time to be like jamboreeing around and partying around. You know what I mean?
I just saw the news now, I think from a very reputable source, that the person kind of tweeted it on Instagram to me that Osimhen was angry with majority of the players, that he was telling them to press, he was telling them to kind of play together, but majority of them were too slow. I don't know how to is it though, but he was kind of angry with them. He was pissed off with them that they couldn't press. Most of them didn't press, so it was like, why you guys not pressing? This is a final, man. You should be playing much better. I don't know how to do that.
But the thing is, against Morocco, was he telling them? Sorry, against Cameroon, was he telling them? He wasn't telling them. He was just doing it, and they were following.
They were following him, yes.
So you're not doing it. So why are you angry that they're not doing it? You should just do it. Once you do it, they will start following you.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's gone. I don't want to start. So.
It's tough, man. It's tough, man.
We just dashed them. We just dashed Ivory Coast the cup, man.
I don't think they were better than us in terms of tactical and everything.
Better. The team that Equatorial Guinea was playing with. Why are they better? We just dashed them the trophy, man. And it's because of our lack of experience.
Because It's annoying to support Super Eagles Abdul. It's very annoying to support Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's very annoying.
No,
It's
no. Once they get to final, I can handle it. As long as they get into finals. It's when you start to you don't get to finals, I just believe that you are not serious enough. But if you're getting to semi-final and final, okay, I can accept that.
I don't even know how to I don't even know how to analyze this loss. It's just lackluster, man. It's poor. We score one goal and we let go of 2 goals after scoring. Like, Joe, going forward now in Morocco, what do we do in Morocco? That's the plan.
I won't lie to you, man. That's why you said that Morocco now the thing just. That's why I said we're playing in Morocco. I don't know about us in that Morocco that next year. It will depend on the players that we have. It will depend on a whole lot of things. Yeah.
Are we favorite going into next year or not? We want to
No, I wouldn't want us to go play the underdog thing. Just try to just see if we could refresh our squad a bit, if possible. If not, keep this thing that we have. But man, we don't have a midfield. We don't have a midfield, unfortunately. Lookman had a good tournament. He doesn't show up today. Moses Simon tried a bit. Trustekong had a fantastic tournament. You know, Onyeka had a good tournament. Nwabali, I feel so much that guy. I feel for pass that legacy, like your first time doing it, you get that job done.
So
But
is it the first time that a host nation holds a tournament and win it? Is it the first time? No.
No, I don't think so. Nigeria won it now when the first time Nigeria won it, we were host.
Because I know we lost in 2000 at home.
No, 1980 when we first won it. We were the host that year.
So apart from Nigeria, who other host nation hosted when Nations Cup became more watchable? Like Cameroon did not win it. Egypt, maybe Egypt. I don't think so. I need to check. But Ivory Coast has been very lucky in this tournament, and
lucky. It was just destined to happen.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was destined to happen. I agree. It was destined to happen. It was. I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, I agree. For me, going forward now, to run it up, going forward now, guys, Super Eagles of Nigeria, you've done very well. And now the aim now is go into Morocco next year and win it again. Go back again next year in Morocco and make us proud again. That's it. Make us proud. Go to Morocco next year and make us proud. That's what we asked for. Make us proud next year. Just make us proud. I'm not expecting you guys to do anything in the World Cup because I don't see us doing anything in the World Cup. But Nations Cup, you have to do something. You have to win that. You have to win that. It's been long. Go to Nations Cup next year and win it. That's it. Just win it. We have a chance because we are in February. December is upon us. January, if it is going to be played in January, then they have no choice than to win it. The preparation starts in September. That's when the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier starts. September, October, November. By November, we should finish all the competition when it comes to Nations Cup qualifier, and we should be ready. Because the group stage will be shown in December. They'll show the group stage in December. There may be a little bit of lack of preparation, but there's Afcon. So for me, I expect us going into Morocco next year. We should be able to win it. Do very well. Win it. That's it. So Abdul and Juman, next year, what's the expectation for Afcon next year for the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Next year, let's keep our head up. Keep your head up, boys. Next year, eyes on the trophy. Next year, eyes on the trophy. No excuses. That next year is what is called no excuses. No excuses. You owe us one. You owe us one, and all that. And you need to find every way possible to get the job done. You know, you didn't get the job done. You were there. The cup was eyeing you in the face, and all that. You bow to pressure of 60,000 Ivorian fans.
Imagine what Morocco fans will do next year.
That's the thing.
Because I believe Morocco has a better structure when it comes to stadium than Cote d'Ivoire do.
The amount of countries that don't want us to win it today, now we are the laughing stock today, which is sad, but it is what it is.
Abdul, next year, what's the expectation next year for the Super Eagles?
But I know we'll come back stronger.
Abdul, go ahead. Expectation next year.
Osimhen's first tournament, really?
Yeah, it's first tournament. First official tournament.
We win, though. Let them not even joke about it, man. We win. We should win, man.
So next year, your expectation is to go to Afcon to win it.
To win it, and let them start the preparation from now, man. No fucking around, man.
Wow.
Seriously.
Etigbo, Super Eagles, I know you are watching this stream. No, next year.
No excuses. Hashtag no excuses.
No excuse next year. You gotta go to Morocco and win it in Morocco. No excuse. It's not that it's gonna be 2 years where we're gonna be money. It's next year. In January.
Exactly. So what's the excuse, man?
It's in January. So there is no excuse not going to January and prepare very well and win it. There's no excuse. We have to go there and win it. I think the group stage of the Nations Cup is gonna be out maybe in June, July. When it's out in July, we'll know we're gonna be playing in the Nations Cup. So
I think we're almost qualified, if not to qualify.
Yeah, so I think September, October, November. By November, we should be able to finish our group stage matches in Nations Cup. Then by December, the group stage will come out where we're gonna be knowing who will play. Then by January, when the tournament officially starts, no excuse. Because everybody will want that Afcon again next year. We enjoy this year. Next year,
this year has been the best, man. They put
in. I think it's a little consolation for them for the money they spent and all that. They put in a fantastic tournament.
Yeah, I know, man.
Even though the referee today was abysmal, but I mean, it was what it was.
But Juwon is an host nation, so I expect him to. He's a Mauritanian referee. Do I expect him to be lenient on Nigeria? No.
You see, why is CAF doing that? Why do you put like a low-profile football nation referee?
Yeah, Mauritanian referee.
In a big tournament like that.
In a final, for that matter.
He's a Mauritanian referee.
No. CAF knows what they're doing, man.
They know. It's scripted already. This is going to be scripted.
Why didn't they check?
Chelsea should have been sent off.
Exactly. They showed the replay. So why didn't the people at the VAR room check that? Call the referee to check that. Why didn't they relay that to the referee there?
And if Kessie was sent off, that was it. That's game.
That's the end.
I think it was 1-0 then, right?
No, it was 0-0 then. But that's the end of story for them.
Oh, it was 0-0 then.
Yeah, it was 0-0 then.
Because if they send him up, then I think then you spoil the final with that.
Exactly. They didn't want to spoil the final because if we watching it just saw it like 2 minutes after the incident. So where was VAR? VAR got everything right in the tournament.
Yeah, but Abdul, you have to look at it this way. If they sent off Frank Casey, they spoiled the final. They spoiled it.
Is it our fault he decided to elbow somebody?
He did a cynical
exactly. He elbow somebody in the nose. Why did he elbow somebody like that?
That's true there.
So we should pay for him. Come on, man.
But Afcon, the officiating has been good till the final. I don't know what happened to the final. I don't even understand. Man.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what happened when you can't put somebody like
wasn't the one.
A low-profile referee there. They know what they're doing.
But why is he a Mauritanian referee officiating the final?
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what
why?
I'm saying. Okay, even if it's accepted, they are allowed to choose. Why didn't the VAR pick up that foul? They picked up everything in the tournament.
Yes.
They even showed us the replay. They showed us a replay a few minutes later. Less than 3 minutes later, they showed us the replay. These guys were calling back penalties maybe like 5 minutes after.
Yes.
Suddenly, they didn't see like an elbow, like just 2 minutes. When they showed us the replay, 2 minutes. Come on.
You mean this had been scripted? Maybe it was scripted for Cote d'Ivoire then.
And they'll put some tricks there, man.
Imagine Frank Casey getting sent off in that period. It's over for Africa. It's over for them. It's over.
That's all for them. Man.
It's over because now they'll have to play with 10 men.
And you know what? If that wasn't the final, they would have picked up that foul.
Yeah, they'll give it a red card. I agree with that.
they would have picked up that foul
I
if it
agree.
wasn't final.
I agree. I agree.
You
I
want to
agree
play
with
nine. Want to play 9 men against this Nigerian team? That's all.
as well,
Good
because
night.
because if they are playing time, that they will give Nigeria the power, and they will just
That's
pick you up.
all, man. That's
They
all.
will
That's
just
end
pick
of
you up.
story.
And now, if they get a red card, Ivory Coast will be playing with anger and emotion, and it might get them 9 men again. It might get them 9 because they'll be careful. Remember that Senegal match? They almost lost that match. They were playing against 9 against 11. You know that? They almost lost that match. If not for Sadio Mane that was behaving as Sadio Mane, they should have lost that match because Mane had the 2-on-1. He had the 2-on-1, but he missed. I don't know if you guys watched the Senegalese Ivory Coast. Mane had 2-on-1. 2-on-1 after Cote d'Ivoire was sent up. He had 2-on-1. Just square your ball to your nearest opposition. He didn't do it. He wanted to take the glory from himself, and he lost that match. They lost that match. They lost it. They lost that match. And I was looking at Mendy. For a Mendy like that, can they even save 1 penalty? Ah man, Mendy is a poor goalkeeper, man. He's very poor, man. How do you come to Africa Cup of Nations? You could not save 1 penalty. One penalty. It's poor, man. It's poor. I also think, I don't know if it was that Senegal match. Do you watch that Ismaila Sarr penalty that was not given to Senegal? Do you watch the penalty? Do you remember the penalty?
I didn't see that. I missed that.
There was the penalty that Ismaila Sarr got in the second half that was not given to them.
Yeah, they didn't give. I watched it.
Yeah, they didn't give it. That was because I remember,
and that was a clear penalty.
They gave out because a penalty.
Yeah, that was a clear penalty.
That was a clear penalty for me because VAR should have called the referee. That was the penalty. The referee did not give it. He didn't give the penalty. He did not.
Who that rather face? Is this Senegal or Ivory Coast?
I think if we face Senegal, it's much better for me.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Ivory Coast has a new hope because they were almost out of the tournament and they gave them hope. That hope also helped them a lot because they were right on that hope. They were right but if for Senegal doesn't have the defending champion. And that might cost Senegal because they know that
it's a level playing ground. Everybody play your game.
But it's annoying though. So all I can expect from them is next year in Morocco, go out and make us for next year. See it?
Yeah.
And I think the fan base will support them again for next year. We will support them again. It's not all long.
I think we have some good new players that are going to impress in the next tournament. One of them is the keeper.
Yeah.
One of them is Yusuf Al Hassan.
Yeah. We have players that will because there's no time at all for the next qualifying, next Afcon. There's no time. It's in January. There's no time.
Exactly.
Let me quickly check to be sure because I know it's Morocco, but when are they gonna fix it? Have they announced it yet? Let me check if they have announced it. Let me do something. Hold on.
Where is Chelsea playing their next game? Is it
Tomorrow.
home or away?
No, we are playing away tomorrow. Yeah.
Away. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in that game. Man.
Okay, it's in Morocco next year, but the problem is they haven't announced when it's going to be played. Is it in January or is it in June?
Okay, so they just say,
okay, it's going to be played in. It's going to be okay. Okay, I think it's gonna be played in January because the Club World Cup is gonna have an African team there. Raja Casablanca and Al Ahly of Egypt will also be playing the Club World Cup. So the Club World Cup is in June and July next year because they're gonna be doing a test run for 2026 FIFA World Cup in America and in Canada and Mexico. So
that means they might not have a Confederations Cup next year.
No, but Afcon I think it might be played in January because Morocco is hosting the tournament, and I think four African club in Morocco will be participating in FIFA Club World Cup. So they'll be participating in there. So now I think what they're gonna do is they might possibly put it in January due to the Club World Cup, but they might postpone it. But you can't postpone it next year because there's a World Cup the following year.
Yeah.
You can't forget because the president of Morocco was there today. He was there today in the final. He's been awarded the Continental to host Afcon in Morocco. Now you can't postpone it.
No, they can't.
Because the following year is World Cup. After that World Cup, the following year is Afcon again. You have to play it. How did they structure it? It's gonna be you can't change it. It's gonna be in January. It can't be changed. It will be in January. You can't play it in June because there's a club World Cup in June.
Yeah.
There's a FIFA club World Cup in June. Man City, Chelsea, Madrid are there. So there's a club World Cup in June. Okay. 2027 Africa Cup of Nations is going to be Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. 3 nations.
Wow.
Okay.
The 3 nations will host the Nations Cup 2027. That's Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda.
So it's like
I think
East
they're close.
Africa.
I think they're close by each other.
Yeah, I think they're closer.
Yeah, they're next to each other.
Yeah, Tanzania,
So
Kenya, and Uganda.
yeah, so it's all what do you call it? All East Africans. Okay.
Okay. Wow, it's interesting. The 3 nations. Interesting. It's not bad. 3 nations are going to host it.
I think because all those nations they've never hosted before.
Yes.
So good, my people.
So there will be Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya will have the opportunity. Kenya have never hosted the tournament before. It will be their first time in 2027. Interesting. So 2027.
I don't think the team is that good at all.
You sure? But them being host nation is also good for them because they won't be playing any match until the tournament starts.
Yeah.
It's better for them. Even Morocco next year. Morocco as the host nation will not play too much match. They will only be playing friendly matches. That's it.
Yeah, that's what they will do.
Friendly matches, the tournament start. And I think Morocco is better equipped than Ivory Coast for me in terms of stadium.
Morocco is what?
Is better equipped than Ivory Coast for me in terms of stadium and everything.
No, not really. No, I mean those stadiums were just newly built.
Yes. Is it from Ivory Coast?
No, those stadiums in Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
That was used. Most of them were just newly built, and most of the hotels were just newly built as well. So I think how much they spend again? I think somebody said maybe
they spend
$1 billion or $1
billion. Something $1 billion for the stadium and everything.
Yeah, so that's a whole lot, man. So I don't think the facilities are going to be different. So except it depends on how they can manage the crowds, because if they're saying they're going to have 30-something countries.
Yeah, I'm hearing 32, but they will announce it in June or July. You should be able to know. It should be clearer.
And then another thing is
because if they do 32 tonight, what you're telling me, Abdul, offline.
I think they might stick to this 32.
It's 24 now. It might go to 32, according to the CAF president. It might go 32. I don't. Abdul said if you go 32, it's gonna be just first, second, no third position, no third.
Yeah. So we won't have a situation like this. Ivory Coast qualifying.
Exactly.
If Ivory Coast,
how do you qualify from a group when you've lost 2 matches?
I'm confused.
How you keep to win it?
It's destiny. Abdul is destiny.
Yeah, it's destined to happen.
Abdul is destiny. It's destiny.
There's no team that will have that kind of second chance.
I think the in club level for me, I'll call this Portugal, because Portugal is the only team that did it. They finished third. Remember the Euro they won. Ronaldo won. They finished third and they won the Euro.
Yeah. So
they were like basement in the first 2 matches. They lost their first 2 matches, and I think because that tournament was
unknown soil.
So what?
I said unknown soil again. So
unknown soil, yeah.
So I don't know who, if any team is going to have this kind of luck again.
No, see now. This is the scary part. It will be difficult for Morocco next year to win, just to do like Ivory Coast, because if CAF is taking to the 32, if they want to change it to 32, it's over for whoever gonna finish third, because it's gonna be first, second.
Yeah.
And Ivory Coast will not have this luck next year. They won't have this luck because
Ivory Coast, this is it for them.
For me, because they are the host nation, they didn't play any matches. Now they will be playing matches, no friendly match. They'll play matches. They'll play against teams. They have to qualify through the same qualification everybody is going to, except Morocco.
Yeah.
Except Morocco. So these chances they have now is their best chances. They won't have these chances anymore. Because now, these players right now, because the tag on them will be the defending champion. All eyes will be on them because everybody wants to knock them out. Everybody wants to knock them out next year in Morocco. In Morocco. So Morocco is gonna host it, but it's not been cleared yet. When what date will it be? Will it be January? Will it be June? I don't want it to be June, July because of the Club World Cup.
January, to be honest.
January is better for me because of the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Club World Cup because I want to test it for the World Cup, which is better.
For the World Cup.
Because there was the FIFA president today, and I think that's what they're going to talk about. If Infantino was there today, and you can see Arsene Wenger today. Arsene Wenger is secretary of the FIFA, of the FIFA. So they will have a discussion when it comes to did they put it in January or June. You can't put it in June. You can't even put it in July because of the August is going to be the Continental Club football will start. You can't put it in July. You can only put it in January. Wait, is Morocco? Morocco is east, right? They are like North Africa, so they are not.
They are not now.
So I'm looking at the weather.
They are very close to Europe.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the weather.
The weather will be very good then.
If the weather is good, would they be able to play it in January? They'll prefer to play it in June.
No. It's good because it's not going to be as hot.
Okay.
It's not going to be as hot as
Ivory Coast.
No. It's just going to be almost like European weather. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool, and it's not going to be humid at all. So the weather is going to be like very conducive to play, football. So a lot of teams will be. I think the North American teams will give themselves a good chance, or will think they have a good chance in that tournament.
They do have a chance, because
because the weather is going to be favorable. It's going to favor them to some extent. So teams are not going to be scared to run as much. So in terms of the weather, I don't think there's any issue with that. It's just, it's not going to be easy then. Because from every group it's going to be top 2. And I tell you, with what I've seen in this Afcon so far, next Afcon will be even tougher because some of those small teams will have.
I think this, according to what I'm hearing here, this is going to be the second time in North Africa is hosting an Afcon. The first one was in 1988. And Morocco should have hosted the Africa Cup of Nations 2025, but they were suffering from Ebola, so they could not host it. Equatorial Guinea hosted in 2015. Is that what?
Egypt, they hosted it, right?
Yeah, no. Equatorial Guinea hosted it in 2015. It was supposed to be Morocco. They were suffering from Ebola.
I'm not saying Egypt. They hosted it.
I think Egypt has hosted it, yes. But now the first North African to host it was in 1988. Morocco will be the second North African country to host it in 2025.
Wow. What do you mean second to host it?
They will be the second. The first was in.
They were the one that hosted it in 88.
1988. Who hosted it?
Morocco.
No, the next.
It's Morocco. Morocco hosted it in 88. They called it Morocco. 88.
Yeah.
Morocco hosted it in 88.
In 88,
okay. Algeria hosted it in 1990.
1990, okay.
What do you call it? Tunisia hosted it in 94.
So it means almost all of them have hosted it.
I think a lot of them have hosted it. I can't remember who hosted it in 96 and 98. And then in 2000.
Okay. I'm reading it now. Abdul, this is the problem now. Due to the Club World Cup, the CAF president haven't decided yet when they're gonna play the Afcon because of the conjunction of the Club World Cup. Because Infantino have changed the strategy for the Club World Cup is going to be 32 teams. It's going to be like a Champions League. Club World Cup, when you win Champions League, it goes to semi-final. Now, they want to change it because they want to test it because of the World Cup. They are playing 32 teams. Chelsea, Manchester City, Madrid is going to be.
What do you mean they want to test it because of the World Cup?
No, they are testing the stadium. USA is going to host. USA is going to host 2026 World Cup. So all the
what I'm saying is, do the stadiums for World Cup, do they need testing before they play the World Cup? Did anybody go test the stadiums in Qatar?
No, boys in America. So they want to test it.
Yeah, so what was the big deal? Because
I don't know why. I don't know why.
They've never had a World Cup before in Qatar. Nobody had to test it before we went there.
I don't think it's necessary for them to do that, but I think they've settled for that.
It's not necessary for anyone to test anything.
African has 4 entries in the FIFA Club World Cup and already qualified and are the past 2 continental champions, Al Ahly of Egypt and Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. And they will be part of it.
No, but the thing is, Abdullah, they are not going to shift the Afcon 2025. Okay?
They won't shift it though.
Because that's already been scheduled right from time.
Yes.
So from time immemorial, everybody knows that Afcon is coming in 2025. Mm-hmm. So it's not like this Afcon that they had to shift it because of the World Cup. Okay. Mm-hmm. People are quite aware of these dates, of that this date exists for this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
People are aware of the slot. So I don't think there's anything that requires, say, changing anything. If you want to change something, it's probably maybe like other tournaments.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Afcon they're going to change. So I'll be really highly surprised if they move that Afcon date.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's expected really.
Mm-hmm. So I think there will be, they said in by May, because there's a CAF continental what do I call it? This African CAF stuff they usually do. It will be confirmed by May. We should be able to know when
is it played?
Yeah, when. Not we already know Morocco is gonna be called Maroc 2025. It's gonna be called Maroc 2025. So they will host it in 2025. So now they are looking for the date. When will it be? Is it going to be January or June? But they already give it a name already. It's going to be Maroc 2025.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll see how that goes.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be interesting though. So Morocco hosted in 1988. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It will be the second time hosting it. That's not bad.
At all.
And I think they have a better facility though. They'll be prepared for me. They'll be prepared.
I think they will start getting prepared.
Mm-hmm. Because the president was there today. The Morocco president was there today. The president from Morocco was there today. It was with them, the CAF president. They were talking about what time is it, because after I think by May, when the season finishes, we should be able to know when the season finishes. We should be able to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It will be clearer then, because all season will be finished in May before they go to Euro, before they go and play Euro and Copa America. We will be able to know when the Afcon is going to be played. What date? Hopefully, it's going to be in January. At least I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be June. There's a lot of competition. January is fine, but how would they prepare? June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
That's the best time to play.
7 months. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oh man, it will be interesting to see Morocco, man. It will be interesting. We'll see. I'm not hungry. I'm just satisfied. The boys did very well. So
I'm not hungry. I just have to call the players I needed to call them, so they can our team can make the necessary changes. Because that is very, very important. We need to.
It is.
Yes.
I'm not hungry with this. I'll put you guys in backstage. Hold on. Yes, it's hard for me to do this to when we lost. Chelsea is playing the Carabao Cup final now this month. Lord have mercy. Hi, Chelsea, I beg, making a window.
Hey, Chineke.
Make Chelsea win for you.
Ah.